live from Michael A. Mansour Memorial Stadium on the campus of Garden Grove High School. This is the CIF Southern Section Ford Football Division 11 Playoffs, brought to you by GGUSD Athletics. That's right. We are broadcasting a playoff game right here on GGUSD Athletics. David Mora here, joined as always by the wonderful, best co-host that I could have, District Athletic Director Dave Mameli. Dave, we've got Los Amigos, El Rancho here tonight, quarterfinal action. Both teams coming off 3-point wins last week. Los Amigos winning the game with a last-second touchdown-saving big hit tackle. Not sure how El Rancho did, but both teams coming in here off some emotional games.
Yeah, we've talked about this, that CIF has got it right with their playoff system, going off the CalPreps ratings. I know we talked about, just as a district, we had all one-score games in our playoff games. And as you mentioned, El Rancho with a 3-point win as well. We are expecting a tight one here between El Rancho and Los Amigos.
Yeah, for me, a little bit of special game. I had this one kind of, I was looking past Perris last week. El Rancho is a school that my mother graduated from, two of my aunts graduated from, and my cousin who works at our district office, he graduated from there as well. My dad went to the rival school. He went to Montebello, so I lean more towards the Montebello side. Go Oilers, even though El Rancho had gotten the better of them over the past few years. But I'm excited to call this game. My grandma lives on the same street that El Rancho is on, my mom's mom. So, I mean, it's an awesome game for me to be able to call. So let's go ahead and let's see how these teams have fared throughout the year here. El Rancho, actually, let's take a look at some of these key players. I was looking at some research, looking at the stats, and El Rancho's got some big offensive weapons here, starting with Ryan Dominguez, their quarterback, who's pretty much a two-way threat, Dave. Over 1,700 yards passing and 370 yards rushing. And Andrew Guerrero, their receiver, 859 yards receiving, 197 yards rushing. I have a feeling we're going to be calling their names quite a bit here tonight.
Yeah, we'll see how Los Amigos reacts to that. They have not had a huge passing threat that they've gone against all year, so this will certainly be a first for Los Amigos. Again, their defense has been playing stellar all year, but certainly going to be tested here with El Rancho.
And, speaking of defense, over on the El Rancho side, Javier Hernandez, middle linebacker, 100 tackles, 4 sacks, only a sophomore. I have a feeling that he's probably going to give some of these Los Amigos offensive guys some fits here tonight.
Yeah, certainly a strength for Los Amigos this year has been their offensive line and their line play. So we'll see how that matchup shakes out.
And, of course, over here on the Los Amigos side, if you've been watching us throughout this season, you're going to hear Adrian Ramirez, Isaac Galindo, and Raul Cruz. You're going to hear their names called quite a bit. That's pretty much a three-headed rushing attack. Adrian Ramirez filling in for the hurt Javen Lee earlier in the season. He's kind of filled in formidably. Not really a passer, but a runner, and he really gives the Lobos just another dimension at that quarterback position.
Yeah, he does, and again, we were mentioning this in previous streams as well. Los Amigos has just kind of had plug-and-play guys that when they need someone to step up, they have. And the players you've mentioned, again, Ramirez coming in, wasn't the quarterback to start the year, was just going to kind of be a utility guy, but came in and has taken over that quarterback role and become such a big asset for him. Obviously, Isaac Galindo, a superstar running back for the Lobos, but you have Cruz, you have Flores, somebody you don't have on the screen there, Bermudez,
That's
Arube.
Right.
Again, Los Amigos has just really kind of outclassed their opponents this year just with their athleticism. Obviously, now as we get into playoffs, that gap between the athleticism of their opponents is going to shrink a little bit, and that's why we've seen tighter games for the Lobos, especially for the last 2 weeks. So again, we are expecting a close game here, but if we're going with star power, to be honest, I think the Lobos have a little bit of an edge here.
And you speak about the last 2 weeks, not able to call the games, obviously, an away game and a playoff game, but we were down on the sideline, and just to see those 2 games, the Calvary Chapel game, Los Amigos methodically marched down the field from under center in the last minute to win that game. Last week, Ruby Bermudez, who I was going to mention, even though I didn't put him on there, his contributions cannot be overstated at all. He's a kicker. He got the big hit last week to save the game, and I mean, he's an all-around athlete for this team. He's pretty much, with the Swiss Army knife for the Lobos, so it's going to be exciting to see what he does here tonight. Now, let's take a look at how these teams have fared throughout the season. El Rancho went 7-3, or 6-4 during the season. They lost to Don Lugo, who was a playoff team. And West Covina. Lacerna, who is pretty much, I was telling someone down there on the field, Lacerna is the Mission Viejo of that San Gabriel Valley area.
Very good, yeah.
Always good. They won the CIF title last year by beating Corona Del Mar, and they lost to another playoff team, Santa Fe, who lost last week. They finished 3rd in the Del Rio League. and they beat Bell Gardens in the playoffs last week. A little bit closer game. They played Bell Gardens earlier in the season. They beat them a little bit more handily than they did last week. I mean, it's a testament to that, playing a team twice. A team kind of figures you out.
Right.
But to beat a team twice, it's not the easiest thing to do. So Los Amigos, we've talked about them all year. School history being made this year. If they win tonight, they'll tie the record for wins in a season for the program. Undefeated. I'm sure for these kids to stay grounded and to understand that now it's one game at a time, and they stress that. They've stressed that this whole time, that it's one game at a time. And you see the scores the last 2 weeks, 17-16, 21-18, and the scores before that, 35-0, 38-28, 31-0, 27-6. I think these last 2 weeks have shaped this team more than the previous 9 games did.
Absolutely. I mean, certainly resiliency with this Lobo team, but I think you can make the case that throughout the season, Los Amigos has just outclassed their opponents. They've just been better. And the last 2 weeks, much closer of the talent gap that's there. And certainly that Calvary Chapel game, like you mentioned, we were down there. We were on the sideline getting some videos. And that was one of the best games we've seen in the last couple of years. And it was such an emotional victory for the Lobos that, to be honest, I thought they might be a little deflated last week at Perris. You know, they finished 10-0 in the regular season. They completed that undefeated regular season. I thought, oh, this might be a trap game, that first-round Perris game, and they played inspired football in that game as well. I'm expecting it here tonight, but certainly, as you said, they've got a little target on their back, being the last undefeated team here in Orange County.
Yeah, there we go. We've got the captains coming up, so we're going to take a quick little break from our pregame show, and we might have to get back to things a little bit later and then kind of sprinkle in what we were going to talk about throughout the game here. But let's go ahead and read off your captains. For the Lobos, number 30, Isaac Galindo, number 24, Arubi Bermudez, number 55, Diego Guido, and number 1, Adrian Ramirez.
We're going to have to get a Zoom here for the El Rancho. We are going to have trouble with the numbers all night.
We're going to work. They've got silver numbers on white jerseys. So let's see. We're going to see if we can try and get them here. I'm on camera right now. Vincent is trying to get some sustenance down there. Looks like we've got number 54. Let's see if we can get that number 54, Julian Acero, and number 5, Ryan Dominguez, a quarterback. And then we'll get these last two for you. Maybe number 18, Diego Diaz. I'm going to take a stab there.
I think it might be number 8, too, Javier Hernandez, who you mentioned earlier, only that sophomore. Might be wrong there. We might struggle with numbers tonight. But
we definitely will, but we're gonna do our best to bring you all of the action as it happens here. Music still going on, a little bit too loud for my liking, but hey, it's old age probably. Okay, so number 53, and it was number 18. So number 53, here we go. Eric Cortez, the captains for the Dons.
Yeah, it looks like Los Amigos won the toss and elected to defer, so the Dons will be getting the ball here in the first half.
Good evening,
there we go.
To tonight's CIF playoff game between.
And let's go ahead and take a look at what else is actually going on around the district this week. We've got 2 games tomorrow night. Pioneer at La Quinta over at Bolsa Stadium, and Pacifica is visiting Brentwood in the Division 10 game. And we're hoping that those two make a CIF Southern Section Ford Football Division playoff deep run. We're gonna hit everything that we need to hit here.
Please be mindful of your language and actions at all times.
And then here's the results from last week. Of course, Los Amigos defeating Perris 21-18. Pacifica in a very close one, 7-3 over La Quinata. Ganesha taking care of Bolsa, but Bolsa was down 21-0, came back to tie it, and made a game out of that
furious comeback there, yeah.
And Dave, you were at 2 nail biters last week. You were at this game on Thursday. La Quinta 21, Saddleback 20. Saddleback running out of time. And thankfully, La Quinta won that game.
Yeah, so again, as we mentioned, all of our 4 district games that we had, all within one score. Credit to the new playoff system, certainly making our playoffs more competitive.
And here's the playoff bracket, so we can have it here. Winner of this game will play either San Gorgonio or Santa Fe. On the other side, Portola, which is in Pacifica's league. You saw them a few weeks ago. They play Santa Paula, and Big Bear and Baldwin Park link up tomorrow in the frozen tundra of Big Bear. Looks like we're going to have the national anthem. So we'll go silent for a bit. Beautiful job on that one there, and we're just about getting ready for kickoff here. This is the CIF Southern Section Ford Football Division 11 Playoffs, brought to you by GGUSD Athletics. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you share out the link. Tell everyone we've got some football. The only game here in the Southern Section.
Yeah, it's a little strange, but yeah, as you mentioned, of all the playoff divisions, only game, we actually have reporters, I think, from 4 different publications here tonight.
Yeah, there you know, not the first time we've been the only game in town. We were the only game in the county when we covered Los Amigos, I believe, against Western Christian. We like having all the attention to ourselves. We don't mind it. So Los Amigos getting ready to kick the ball off here. Going to try and bring you these
as you mentioned,
Rancho kicker returners.
Number 24, Rube Bermudez for Los Amigos is a fine kicker, also a soccer player for him, but certainly a standout for them on offense and defense. Again, both these teams, I imagine, play some Ironman football where guys are playing all 3 different spots there between offense, defense, and special teams.
Here we go. Kick is going to be received. Oh no, kind of muffed over there by number 3 at around the 10-yard line. That's Ray Madrid. He's got some room. So turning some disaster into a positive out there. Now Rancho's going to have the ball at their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, good touchdown saving tackles there from number 30, Isaac Galindo, and number 24, Rube Bermudez. Again, certainly a good start here for the Dons. Good field position, good return.
It could have been a disaster, but hey, that's what happens when you keep your composure. So let's see what they do here. They're going to run a spread offense here. They've got 4 wide. They got 5 wide receivers, empty backfield. Quads right.
Yeah, quads to the top of the screen here.
Dominguez getting ready to take the snap. Quick screen pass over to the left side. It's going to be a positive gain. First down already.
Yeah, Los Amigos was outmanned there at the top of the screen. So again, El Rancho had 4 receivers up top. Los Amigos did not shift over to that, and the Dons took advantage.
That was Ray Madrid on the reception, so Dons on the move early here. Ball already in Los Amigos territory, and they're running no huddle.
Yeah, quick tempo here.
Handoff. Still on his feet. Hard runner there.
Yeah, great start here for the Dons. Again, with that kickoff return on their first 2 plays, they look like they have the Lobos on their heels. A little surprising.
Here we go, quick to the line of scrimmage again. 4 wide receivers, 1 running back there. Actually empty backfield now. Quarterback drops back real quick over the left side. It's going to be complete to number 23, Giovanni Montenegro. It's going to be a first down for the Dons, who are kind of having their way here early on offense.
Again, as you mentioned, we're seeing tempo, not just no huddle, but they are getting plays off within 10 and 15 seconds of the previous tackle. So good tempo here for El Rancho.
Quick pass left side, complete again. This time to number 6, Andrew Guerrero. And El Rancho just kind of going down the field, just relatively easy here to start the game. Brings up 2nd down and 4 here.
Yeah, what you're seeing with El Rancho, too, I wonder how much of this is on their script here, but they are certainly having a variation of formations as well.
So that was Phoenix Navarro on the carry.
Coming out, you've seen some spreads, some empty formations. They've got some power running formations that they mixed in there as well. So again, I don't know how much of that is on their opening drive script and how much of that is going to be carrying over into other series throughout the night.
Snap. Dominguez rolls out his right.
Yeah, he's got him.
Deep corner.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, El Rancho.
Yeah, great catch there. Able to control it, get 2 feet down, even though all he needs is 1. But wow, what an opening drive for El Rancho. Certainly not what the Lobos wanted nor expected. But Lobos getting a little bit punched in the mouth here to start the game.
For El Rancho, this is the exact start you want to have. Is you come out here, you're the visiting team. You want to put the home team kind of on their heels and just come out swinging.
Now
here we go, swinging gate.
Yeah, talking about that, swinging gate. Again, we saw the opening play for El Rancho. They had quads up top, and Los Amigos was not matched up. That is the point here of this swinging gate. If Los Amigos does not align properly, El Rancho will throw out there and take their chance at 2 points.
Like I believe Western Christian got them on that play.
Not happening here. They're going to be content just with kicking the PAT.
Now, I want to say El Rancho is going to have a good kicker. Yeah, it's going to be good. So Rancho 7, Los Amigos nothing. Let's see how Los Amigos responds here on their first drive of the game.
Yeah, this is something we talked about with Los Amigos within the last couple of weeks, but this has only happened one other time to Los Amigos this season, where they have been down on the first series 7-0, and that was all the way back in week 0 against Santiago.
And they ended up winning that game handily, and
Right.
hopefully that happens here.
But again, this is certainly a Los Amigos team that has not been down very much this season.
Back deep to return for the Lobos. You've got Bermudez and Galindo.
Again, both of them home run hitters. Let's see if they can get a return of their own on this.
For those who don't know quite a bit about El Rancho was a very formidable team in the 50s under Ernie Johnson, the 50s and the 60s, competing with Anaheim for some CIF championships. And they actually won a national championship, I believe, back in 1966. So a lot of history for the Dons.
For those of you that haven't tuned into us in the past, David Mora is going to have facts galore for you throughout the night. It's going to rival Vin Scully.
We hope to. This kick going to be fielded by Bermudez at about the 22-yard line. He's going to take it to the 30. Now step to the 35. He's still on his feet. Bounces out to the right side. He's at the 40. He's at the 45, the 50. He's at the 45, the 40. Gets a beautiful block by Galindo. Gets pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So just like El Rancho, Los Amigos with a beautiful start here on a kickoff return. It's going to bring up first down.
Great response from the Lobos. Again, El Rancho comes out. They prove that they have some athleticism on their offense on that first drive, and Los Amigos right away says, not so fast. We have some athletes here too.
It's all about how you answer, and that was a beautiful answer on the kickoff return. We might have ourselves an offensive shootout here. Ramirez getting ready to take the snap. He's got trips left. Fakes a handoff, keeps himself around the right side. Still on his feet. Close to the first down. It is going to be a first down for the Lobos. So just like the Dons, Los Amigos starting out quick and gaining some good yards here.
They're also, again, they're in a no huddle here. Let's see what their tempo is, if they take their time a little bit more. And no, they are right up with it again.
Galindo this time tries to bounce it out, still on his feet. Ooh, loss of about maybe 1 or 2 yards on the play.
You're going to see this a lot from Los Amigos tonight, that two-headed monster with Adrian Ramirez, number 1 at quarterback, and Isaac Galindo, number 30 at running back.
And then when Galindo gets a rest, you get Raul Cruz to go in there, and
Right.
good luck with
Number
him
22.
as well.
Yeah. Could see number 11 as well, Chris Flores. I know he's taken some snaps at quarterback too, so Lobos are going to be very versatile on offense as well. Again, no huddle here, but Lobos taking their time getting the play call in.
And breaking news, Javen Lee, the original starting quarterback for the Lobos, is in uniform here tonight. Ramirez takes a snap, hands off to Galindo. He's going to get the edge. That's going to be at the 20, 15 out of bounds. First down, Lobos.
Yeah, just a simple counter play there, so they had both the guard and the tackle on the weak side pulling. Again, that is not usually meant to be an outside play. They're looking to have an inside run at that, right inside that defensive end. But Galindo able to use his speed and bounce that outside for a first down.
One of the things we always talk about is this line play. That's one thing that we always keep a look at. And another key to victory here is going to be the penalties. Which team is going to limit those penalties and win the battle up front? Here we go. Ball at the, looks like 14-yard line here for Los Amigos. They got trips right. Galindo in the backfield. Ramirez keeps himself, goes up the middle, still on his feet at the, he gets tackled there around the 7-yard line. It's going to bring up second down. Looked like he was going to break that.
Yeah, just another little inside fold or trap play for that quarterback. So again, designed run there for Ramirez.
Again, you are tuned into the CIF-SS Ford Football Division 11 playoffs here, brought to you by GGUSD Athletics.
See number 22, as you mentioned, Raul Cruz coming into the game for Isaac Galindo. So Cruz is now in at running back.
And we've got 3 wide receivers. Here we go. There's Cruz right there. Gets his call. Gets maybe a gain of 1 yard on the play. Brings up third down. And you'll see Los Amigos go under center a lot here, too. They aren't just a strictly shotgun team. Brings up 3rd and 3 here for the Lobos.
Yeah, we'll see what they get on this third down, but they're to the point of the field here where if they don't get another yard, it'll be an interesting decision if they're going to kick this field goal or if they would go for it.
Cruz in the backfield there with Ramirez.
Quarterback counter is going to
be
be
a first down.
Oh, close.
First down for sure. Gets
Down to
close
the
to the
1.
end zone.
Yeah, that quarterback counter play, they have run that to perfection this year.
And he did a good job reading that. The El Rancho ends were kind of coming in. If he would have gave that ball to Cruz, he would have gotten a loss on the play. And we've got an injured Don on the field.
Yeah, good response here for Los Amigos. Again, coming down, certainly not what they wanted to start the game, but they have had a good response, certainly in this drive. Let's see if they can punch it in here in this next play.
Yeah, this is the exact answer you want. You know, you come out, like you said, you take a punch, right, and you give it right back, and it could be a heavyweight bout here. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a better heavyweight bout than Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, or Logan, but whichever one is fighting him.
You got a prediction for that, I'm sure?
There's a prediction, and then there's a wish.
You got to go with the young guy, right?
You have to, but then at the same time, all Mike Tyson needs is a good 30 seconds of energy.
He's still the scariest man alive, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got Adrian Ramirez, quarterback, Isaac Alindo at running back. Let's see if they get some action here off of them.
And they're in shotgun formation here.
Might get a read combo. No.
Oh, bad snap. Ramirez going to keep it, go around the right side. Doesn't matter. Touchdown, Los Amigos. And let's see, are we going to be able to get the replay in time? And then shotgun formation here. There we go, just in time. You see Ramirez takes the snap. Oh, bad snap. Ramirez looked like he wanted to go to Galindo there, but kept it around the right side, got into the end zone. Good little recovery there. Ramirez gets Lobos on the board. And let's see. Oh! The kick is good, but the Dons did get some pressure on that one. So we're all tied up here at Michael A. Mansour Memorial Stadium. Los Amigos 7, Dons 7. 7 minutes and 24 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, we talked about resiliency from Los Amigos, especially the last 2 weeks, and certainly that opening drive for them was that as well. Again, I don't know if we're going to have a shootout here. I would imagine that the defenses start to settle in a little bit, and we're going to have more of a defensive struggle going forward, but I wouldn't be opposed to a shootout either.
Anything like the last 2 weeks, and I apologize to everyone for the loudness here. Madrid and Guerrero back there to return the ball for the Dons. Madrid at the bottom of your screen, Guerrero to the top. Kick is up. It's going to be received by Madrid at the 5-yard line. Remember, he had that big return on the first one.
3 safeties for Los Amigos.
Blocks there.
Yeah, what you're seeing with Los Amigos on their kickoff is they have 3 safeties that are sitting back. One of them is number 24, Bermudez, their kicker. But you also have number 30, Isaac Alindo, that's just trailing behind on that play as the safety. And number 5, Jacob Aguilar, that's trailing behind too. So Los Amigos certainly content, I think, allowing the Dons to get to around the 30, 35-yard line. And those 3 safeties preventing a big play from happening.
So here we go, 4 wide receivers here for the Dons. Dominguez getting ready to take the snap here, man in motion. Dominguez drops back, quick pass over the middle.
Oh, they got
Screen
the
pass.
numbers.
Oh.
They got numbers.
Still on his feet at the 40-yard line. It's number 34 on the reception, Phoenix Navarro. It's going to be a first down for the Dons already in Lobo territory.
Yeah, this is something we've seen at the start of the game is that El Rancho has been able to outman Los Amigos in a number of formations where Los just does not have the coverage to stop what they're trying to get to. We saw that in this last play with that screen as well.
They've got 4 wide receivers to the right side, a man very back deep. I don't know if you noticed that there.
Yeah, and again, that you're looking at that. You can even see at the top of the screen now, they just have more Dons than they do Lobos over there.
Yeah.
And that's something that Los is going to have to adjust to.
That's one thing that Los Amigos does very well. The coaches are making adjustments to make sure that their guys are in the right spots. 3 wide receivers here for the Dons. Dominguez getting ready to take the snap. Guerrero in motion. Handoff Guerrero on the right side. Jet sweep here. Gets around the outside. Gets the first down. Still on his feet. Gets pushed out of bounds or goes out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
Guerrero runs the ball for a Dons first down.
First down, Dons here. Again, quick to the line for the Dons. Dominguez takes a snap. Handoff. Good stop there by number 22, Raul Cruz.
Yeah. Cruz had a great game last week on defense. Let's see if that can ignite the Lobos here. Again, they have not put up much of a stop so far to El Rancho, but
we have a timeout, another Don on the field injured. You know what, Dave? I have to say this, and I didn't think I'd be able to say this one more time this season, but look at the visiting side.
That's good.
Pico Rivera came to play all the way to Garden Grove. Argonaut fans, next year, we're going to need you to show up. You've got some big games coming up next year.
Yeah, we're making enemies here in the booth. Yeah, but certainly, again, playoff game, this is what you would want. Good traveling crowd. Again, on a Thursday night, too.
Los Amigos, a nice impact here, even though we're on the stream. Remember, you can watch in the stands, too. You got the Lobo down there on the field doing its thing. So here we go, second down for the Dons. Ball at the 25-yard line. 4 wide receivers, trips right. Dominguez takes the snap. Hands off left side. Oh, beautiful job there by the Lobos. That's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, great fill there for the Lobos. We see a line change in here. Lobos expecting pass. Getting their pass rushers in and their secondary.
Again, trips right here for the Dons.
Running back out, running back.
Oh, man, beautiful pressure, but he's able to get away. Dominguez, good on his feet. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. He's going to bring a fourth down for the Dons.
Yeah, he's just short. Going to be about 4th and 3.
And it looks like they will be going for it here on 4th down. We got a flag on the play. Sideline warning, Los Amigos. Free. First sideline warning is free, right, Dave? Second one's going to cost you.
Yep.
Here we go, trips right. Here we go. Lobos finally getting someone out there, and they got him to jump. Your favorite hard count.
Yeah, it's something we've talked about every week on the stream, that play has been around since the invention of football, but just a hard count. And it works most of the time, even here 2 weeks into the playoffs.
So first down there. Got another flag on the play. False start on El Rancho.
Yeah, that's going to back him up. 1st and 15.
Offsides penalty gave the Dons a first down. False start brings it back to 1st and 15.
1st and 15 now for the Dons. Three wide receivers here. Dominguez takes a snap, fakes the handoff, drops back to pass, looking to his left side.
Good defense. There you go.
Nice coverage there by the Lobos. Brings up second down here for the Dons. So let's see what they drop here. 3 wide receivers. One more time. Actually, they're going to have 4 wide receivers. Navarro in the backfield there with Dominguez. Now Navarro going out to the right side. It's going to be a quick pass to Navarro over to the right side. He's going to catch it. He's going to be taken down almost immediately. It's going to be maybe a loss of 2 yards on the play, brings up 3rd down for the Dons.
Yeah, interesting. You mentioned about their field goal kicker too. This might be something that they have just 1 down to try to make it a closer field goal, or maybe this is something where they have 2 downs and still try to get that 1st down.
Dominguez takes a snap, quick pass over the left side. Navarro.
They got numbers
missed
again.
tackle. That's going to be a touchdown, El Rancho.
Yeah, I got to give credit to El Rancho. They are doing a great job of just overmatching Los Amigos with their formations. And so, again, you see there, Los Amigos shifted to the top of the screen with their men, and El Rancho, the Dons, counter that with a screen back to the weak side there.
And they take the lead one more time, 13-7. Extra point pending here, swinging gate. 4 minutes and 53 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Snap is good. Hold good. Kick up. It's going to be good.
Yeah, certainly impressive so far, El Rancho. I think both their drives, they have not had much resistance. Los got to a 3rd down. I think we were at 3rd and 3, and they got them on that hard count. But other than that, El Rancho just really been able to move down the field at will. So credit to the Dons and their coaching staff. They've had a good plan here for Los Amigos to start the game.
El Rancho looking to make their first semifinal since 2018, where they lost to Eisenhower 34-21. Lobos looking to make their first semifinal appearance since 2003, when Western defeated them 34-20. They made back-to-back semifinals. They made one in 2002 where they lost to La Habra. La Habra ended up beating Pacifica in the final that year, 27-21.
That was the old Roger Takahashi years, correct?
Takahashi and Bill Craven on the other sideline there.
Oh.
Of course, Bermudez and Galindo back deep to return for the Lobos. Little pooch kick. It's going to be fair caught at the 40-yard line. They didn't want any part of Ruby Bermudez or Isaac Galindo on that kick. 1st down, Lobos.
Yeah, again, both teams seem to be cautious and wary of the other team in the kick game now. And again, it looks like both teams are content with their opponent starting around that 35 or 40-yard line, right where we see Los Amigos starting here.
So let's see how the Lobos answer that last El Rancho drive. They're here, 4 wide receivers. A little jet sweep or to the right side.
Yeah,
Oh, beautiful, gets
job.
away. Gain of about 8 yards on the play.
Great job by Bermudez there. Again, slipping that tackle, getting an extra 5 or 6 yards out of that play.
Bermudez, a soccer player, plays club soccer. I was talking to Coach Tuatu before the game. Said Bermudez really wanted to contribute more than just kicking, and they kind of slowed him down. They figure that he's a really good soccer player, and they just started seeing the special things he could do, and we've seen him the last few weeks. Ramirez keeps the ball right side, 1st down, 50 at the 45, gets taken down around the 40-yard line.
Well, you're seeing both of these guys. So number 24, Bermudez, and number 1, Adrian Ramirez, both members of the soccer team, and the Los Amigos soccer team is good. We know that, obviously, in our district here. But the Lobo soccer team has been great for a number of years under the direction of Chris Sandro, who is their coach and also one of their athletic directors.
El Rancho, a formidable soccer team as well. I know they had a young man from a few years ago who made the U.S. Olympic team. Can't remember his name right now. We got trips left here for the Lobos. Galindo in the backfield there with Ramirez. Handoff, Galindo tries to bounce it out. Beautiful. Oh, we got penalty on the play.
Yeah, this is going to be a hold. So this is going to back up the Lobos. This is going to end up being a 1st and 20.
Good field by the Dons on that one. There it is. Lobos marching back, going the wrong way. Shout out to everyone in the chat right now. Got people watching from Arizona. We got some El Rancho fans. Now I got to say this, the best food establishment in Pico Rivera is Casa Garcia. Those nachos are the best. A lot of people might disagree. Galindo with the carry.
Let's see. So you got some El Rancho people in the chat. They can tell us
They might
firsthand experience, right?
they might say Mario's Tacos, and I'll tell them they're crazy. But Casa Garcia, the nachos, all it is, Dave, it's nachos, it's pork, cheese, and guacamole.
How can you go wrong?
You can't go wrong.
No.
You leave off all the unnecessaries. Christian Roldan, that's right, from El Rancho. He made the U.S. Olympic team there, or the World Cup team.
Hard count didn't work there for the Lobos. We're looking back here. 2nd and 17 here.
Trips left here. Ramirez drops back. Lobo's going to pass. Nope. He's going to keep it. Still on his feet. Good job to play until the whistle blew.
Yeah, so this will bring up about a 3rd and 13. Again, I imagine the Lobos are thinking of this as 4-down territory.
I guess it all depends on what happens on this play here.
Correct, yeah. If they don't get another yard, we'll see. Maybe they're going to try to pin him back. But if they can get about half of this back, I certainly see them going for it on 4th. Going to have trips here, near side. We might see a quarterback counter away from us. Let's see if I'm right here on that.
Dons with only 4 down linemen showing blitz. Ramirez going to pass.
Bermudez, he's got him.
Oh, and it's going to be complete at the 20-yard line. First down, Ruby Bermudez.
Yeah, Bermudez, just a little skinny post right over the middle. Cleared those linebackers, and what a throw from number 1, Adrian Ramirez. We've seen that a couple times the last couple weeks, but again, Ramirez, somebody who was not a quarterback to start this year, kind of got thrown into the situation when Javen got hurt. He is an excellent job, and again, great touch on that pass.
Ramirez over here, handoff to, or pitch to Galindo. He's going to take it around the right side.
He's gone.
That's going to be a touchdown, Los Amigos.
Yeah, great response again by Los Amigos.
Let's take a look at that play one more time. Isaac Galindo. High formation for the Lobos. And Isaac Galindo just takes that pitch around the right side, goes up the middle, finds a hole, and just able to break through. Lobos looking to tie it up here. Low snap, bad snap. Bad snap here. Ramirez trying to do something with it. Nope, he's going to get taken down. That could be huge.
That might be really big.
You are tuned in to the CIF Southern Section Ford Football Division 11 playoffs here on GGUSD Athletics. David Mora here alongside GGUSD Athletic Director, or District Athletic Director Dave Mameli, bringing you the action. Happy to be able to bring you a playoff game. We thought we were going to be sidelined once the season ended, but thankfully Los Amigos was happy to pay the fee.
Yeah, always happy to be able to broadcast again.
Again, feel free to share the stream out with everyone. It's going to be a deep kick here.
Again, you see the 3 safeties from Los. We can't see them on screen, but they are there, and they are stopping it now.
Oh, nice hit there. Wow. Andrew Guerrero took a big hit.
And again, that was Raul Cruz, I believe, on the hit. And again, he's coming from one of those safety positions on that kickoff.
And let's see if we can see it here before El Rancho comes out onto the field. You see it's fielded there at about the 8-yard line. And he does get through that level, and he just comes up. Nice hit there.
Ready to go.
Andrew Guerrero took a big hit. Here we go, Dons, trips left. Man in motion. Dominguez takes a snap, fakes the handoff, passes over to the left side. Again, beautiful job here by the Dons. Madrid on that reception.
Yeah, Los Amigos has got to find an answer for that. The Dons are winning the game on the outside. They are getting the matchups that they want. They are getting the overmatched that they want on the backside there. Los Amigos has got to be able to fix that. Otherwise, they might not be able to stop the Dons all night.
It's going to be a long night if they don't find an answer. Here we go around left side. Guerrero, he's going to have a first down and some, still on his feet. Inside Lobo territory already.
Guerrero, the ball carrier, picks up a Dons first down.
Don's quick up to the line. That spells trouble for the Lobos, who are just kind of run up the field here. No time to catch their breath. This play looks like Navarro on the carry. It's a gain of about 5 yards or 4 yards. Brings up second down. Clock running down here in the first quarter. Less than a minute to go. Dons, Dominguez snap, quick pass right side. That's complete. It looks like Madrid tries to put a move on. It's going to be a first down. He gets taken down at about the 21-yard line.
Pass complete to Madrid for a Dons first down.
It's going to bring up first down for El Rancho. They don't care about the clock. 35 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 3 wide receivers. Dominguez takes a snap. We're going to have a flag on the play. False start.
False start against the Dons.
Against the Dons. Sometimes when you go that quick, you don't get guys to be able to get set. Don's 3 wide receivers here. El Rancho crowd doing the wave. I love it. Dominguez dropping back to the pass. Looks to his right. He's got a man deep. Oh, over the outstretched arms. No flag on the play. It brings up second down.
Yeah, going to get another play here in the first quarter. Long first quarter. But I guess that happens when you have 4 scorers, 2 by each team.
Looks like Madrid the intended receiver on that one. Dominguez, handoff, Navarro, right side. Yeah, the Lobos are already close to the last 2 point totals that they had in the last 2 games. And that's the end of the first quarter here from Mansour Stadium. El Rancho 14, Los Amigos 13. You know, Dave, I think I know why the speakers get blown out at our stadiums. Here we go, second quarter.
Good job by the Lobos dance team, though.
Again, you are watching the CIF Southern Section Ford Football Division 11 playoffs here on GGUSD Athletics. Don's third down here. Trips left. Got a timeout on the field.
A stoppage. Oh,
Don's timeout.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Los Amigos.
Los Amigos timeout.
Something you don't see a whole lot. A timeout right coming into the first play of the quarter there. But.
Yep. But again, Los Amigos has been kind of caught out of position on some of these plays. Coach Mallow probably seen something he didn't like.
Yeah, I would say, again, if I had to describe the Los Amigos defense, it is they are on their heels. They are on their heels every single play.
And lucky for them, the Dons defense is doing a bit of the same as well. But I think in a game like this, you might want to get a stop or two and not rely on the offenses. Here we go as we resume play. First play of the second quarter here. Dons with a 14-13 lead over the Lobos. Trips left again for the Dons. Low snap. It's going to be Guerrero to the left side.
Now, you're seeing
Nice
here,
tackle.
again, good success there from Los Amigos, and that's the first time all game that we have seen that throw to the outside where it was 3-on-3. It was 3 El Rancho with the receiver and the 2 blockers, and it was 3 for Los Amigos with the 3 defenders.
They're going to have to do it one more time because the Dons are going for it here on 4th and 11.
Looking for a hard count. See if they can get some of these yards back.
Madrid in motion. Dominguez drops back to pass, looks to his left. He's going to have a man. Oh, incomplete. Lobo football.
Yeah, we've seen that now a couple times from the Dons, releasing that running back out in a wheel route. So far, the Lobos have done a pretty good job covering that, but certainly something that El Rancho has looked to early in this game. I imagine will continue to look to that as the game goes on. But our first stop of the game, our first turnover here, we have the Lobos able to take over here with a chance to take a lead for the first time in this game.
Scoring updates to fans all across California. Max Preps is a proud partner of the CIF.
I formation here for the Lobos. Quick pitch around the left side. Galindo still on his feet.
Yeah, same play they ran on his touchdown earlier. Going back to that right away. So two plays in a row, they've run that play.
I want to take a second here and give a shout out to the Mora family, not me, but different Mora family. Jackson Mora, sophomore at El Rancho. His brother Sean played at Pacifica High School.
Oh, yeah.
And his cousin Aaron is on the Pacifica team that will be playing tomorrow night at Brentwood. We have a flag on the play here.
Yeah, Sean Moore was there at my time at Pacifica.
Yeah.
Yours as well, right?
He was a little bit after. Yeah, but I was able to interview him for a few videos that we did. Even their cousin Johnny as well, who graduated a few years ago. And that penalty on the Dons gives the Lobos a first down. Ball at their own 35-yard line, 36.
Okay, and as you mentioned earlier, we're seeing the Lobos under center here on this drive.
Looks like Cruz on that one.
Again, just simple power toss here that the Lobos are running. If they're going to get 5 yards, 4 or 5 yards, a pop at that, they will do that from here on out. Number 7, Andy De La Riva, the only receiver out there.
Cruz again. First down, Lobos.
Yeah, Cruz, we've talked about in the past. Sometimes he is indistinguishable from Isaac Galindo. They have a very similar running style. Both of them run very hard, but Raul Cruz is certainly an excellent complement back to Galindo.
And Cruz with at least 600 yards on the season.
Yeah.
Galindo with over 1,200, I want to guess.
Another one, as we've said, Cruz, big part of their offense, but also a huge part of their defense also.
Yep. We had a flag on the play. It's going to be on the Lobos. It's going to march him back. It might bring up 2nd and 15. Again, we talk about penalties, and that's actually a 15-yarder. It's going to bring up. Let's see. No, there we go.
Yeah.
2nd and 15. 2nd and 16, they're calling it.
Again, Lobo's still in that power toss formation. They run it again.
Galindo this time tries to bounce it out. Can he make a move? Dons with beautiful defense.
Yeah, good pursuit.
Good job by the Dons on that play. Looked like for a second Galindo might be able to break away from there and make something out of it, but they just swarmed. And we got a flag on the play.
I think this is going to go against the Lobos.
I do too.
Yeah, this is certainly not what you want. You had your first stoppage in this game. The Lobo defense able to come through here, looking to maybe flip the field, but now if they get another 15 yards here, the Dons are going to be in great field position.
Looks like maybe a unsportsmanlike there at the end.
I think it's going to be post down, too. I think this is going to end up being third down.
Oh, it's offsetting on both. Okay, Lobo was kind of escaping there. So they're going to redo that second down.
They
Lobos.
will. Yeah, so that's a big win for Los Amigos there. Because, again, they had nothing on that play. In fact, I think they had a loss on that.
They did. That was definitely a loss. You know, the emotions run high in these games, and that time got the better of both teams. Raul Cruz in there now.
They do have third down marked, and so they might have called that post down on that offsetting penalty. So it is going to be third down here for Los Amigos.
Look for a Lobo pass play here. 4 wide receivers here for Ramirez. Takes a snap, drops back to pass, feels the pressure. It's going to be complete to number 13. He's not going to have anywhere to go. We don't have that number.
Yeah, this is, again, precarious situation here for the Lobos. If I'm El Rancho, I'm coming after this kick. I'm going to try to block it with everything I have.
They've been getting good pressure on the field goals, so not a bad idea. 4th and 18 here, so El Rancho returning the favor, coming up with a big stop here. And we've seen the Lobos have a little bit of trouble with their punts over the last few weeks.
Well, to be honest, we see everybody have trouble with their punts because the issue is not punting the ball. It's
the exchange.
Getting the snap. Yeah, getting the snap from the center is always a guess about whether it's going to work or not. Great snap there.
Oh, nice. Ooh, just gets it off. It's going to take a Lobo roll to the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up first down.
Again, that's the average starting position we've had tonight for both teams is right around that 35. So no harm, no foul there for the Lobos after they got their first stop on defense.
8 minutes and 31 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Lobo is trailing El Rancho by 1 point, 14-13.
And you've seen both teams score on their first 2 drives, and then both teams stopping the other on their third drive.
Just like you said, the defenses were going to settle down, and let's see if the Lobo defense can get an even bigger stop here. 4 wide receivers for the Dons. Another false start. Yep. It's about the 3rd false start penalty on the Dons here tonight.
False start penalty against the Dons. First and 15.
Brings up 1st and 15 for the Dons from the 29-yard line. We got trips right here to the bottom of the screen. Dominguez takes a snap, quick pass to the left side. That's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, Aguilar sitting there right there. Number 5 for Los Amigos, Jacob Aguilar, sniffing out that screen. He was right there ready for that. Again, as you mentioned, we are seeing some adjustments here from Los Amigos, especially on that outside. They have kind of got their matchup problems seem to be figured out here.
Don's 4 wide receivers here. Dominguez getting ready to take the snap. Drops back to pass. Scans the field. Still scanning over the middle.
Great job, Aguilar.
Oh, good job.
Again.
Aguilar getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, Aguilar 2 plays in a row. And again, great coverage on that.
It's like we've got viewers all the way from Texas as well as Arizona here tonight. And we've got a Lobo down on the field. And he gets up. It looks like number 53 there. Diego Gonzalez. He's up under his own power there. Brings up 3rd down for the Dons.
Yeah, big 3rd and long. Let's see. We've seen from El Rancho so far either a running back out of the backfield in a wheel route or a screen of some type in these situations.
Navarro back there with Dominguez. Man in motion, drops back to pass. Dominguez over to the right side. He's got a man. Incomplete. No flag on the play. I like how the refs are letting them letting them play.
Typically it works. The further along you get in playoffs, the more the refs let you play. They really don't want to be a factor in the game. Obviously something egregious, but I agree with you. I like the no call on that.
It was just good coverage. Good battle there going on. And again, Lobo defense settling in nicely here in the second quarter. Now it looks like we've got what we thought was going to be maybe a shootout, looking like a little bit of a defensive struggle. And Don's going for it on fourth down.
Let's see. This
trips
might be
left.
Might
you
be
think
a
trying
hard,
to get him off count?
Oh, hard count. Maybe do a quick kick. There you go.
There we
Quarterback backing up, and he's going to kick this ball away. Yeah.
Nice little kick by the quarterback too.
That is something to be honest.
It takes a nice little bounce.
I have spoken to coaches about this a ton. This season and prior seasons about I don't know why more teams don't do that.
Yep.
You don't have an issue with the snap at that point, and to be honest, most punters in high school football are not much better than your quarterback is anyways. They're just looking for a role that gets to that. So I don't know why more teams wouldn't do that. Kind of takes away their return as well too if you can get a role with that.
Because everyone's coming up. They're afraid of what's going to happen there with the quarterback.
I've always been a big fan of that though. When I was in my coaching days and I would be in charge of special teams or punt, that was always my go-to as well.
Lobo's going to have this ball at their own 29-yard line. Let's see if their offense can get something going after their last drive stalled at about the same part of the field here. Lobo's in I formation. Galindo in the backfield.
Looking power toss. No. Play action.
Oh, he's going to have Flores over here to the left side, still on his feet. Still on his feet. He's going to have a first down.
Yeah, first time we've called Flores' name tonight, number 11, Chris Flores for Los Amigos. Another one of their superb athletes that can kind of be plug and played into anywhere. Can play quarterback, can play receiver, can play running back. He's their safety on defense. Now he's lined up as their tight end. So, again, guy that does everything for the Lobos.
This time, toss to Galindo, left side. Maybe a gain of 1 yard on the play, brings up second down. I'll tell you what, Dave, I knew this game would be one of the most viewed. It is going to be the most viewed game that we've had here on stream in the 3 years that we've been doing this.
It should be. We're the only game in town tonight.
Only one.
People that need their football fix, they got to tune in.
Pitch Cruz this time. Hard run there. He's going to get close to the first down. Look at that pile just go.
Yeah, we've been impressed with the Lobos all season with that. We talk about Galindo and Cruz and Ramirez, all of them. They keep their feet churning after contact. They do not go down on their first hit. They are always moving those feet. You see that right there from Cruz, fighting to get those extra 2 to 3 yards after contact.
And if anyone in the chat was born at Beverly Hospital, go ahead and throw that in there.
Lobos in a spread formation here.
Ramirez calls his own number. He's going to have a first down.
Ramirez takes it himself for a Lobos first down.
Hey, if most of the viewership is from El Rancho, I'm happy about that. That's good. We love to bring football to whoever wants to watch it. We
save you the drive down to 57.
Save you actually it's up to 5.
Oh, they could get there that way, right? Backside maybe?
It would be a long one. Yeah, my dad chiming in. He was born at Beverly. That's right. Not only is he watching here at the stadium, he's on the stream too. Good job by Cruz.
He's gone.
He's going to be gone. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cruz.
Just a simple counter there for Cruz on the touchdown.
Let's go ahead and take a look at this play one more time. We knew that it was going to happen. Cruz was going to break one, or Galindo. Watching here at the stadium, he's 45-yard touchdown run by Raul Cruz. And just look at him, the speed once he hits that second level. 5, touchdown, Cruz. And the Lobos have their first lead of the night here.
Touchdown.
Kick is up. This one is good. Lobos 20, El Rancho 14. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, great job by the Lobos settling in on defense, getting 2 stops, crucial for them. and then able to make a big play. We talked about that. The Lobos have a lot of big play threats. Again, Raul Cruz, not somebody that we typically talk about. We're talking about Ramirez or Galindo, but Cruz certainly a big play threat. You see it there. Great job for number 22, Cruz.
And, of course, the kickoffs have been exciting here. Let's see what the Lobos do. Los Amigos class of 04. I was class of 04 from Rancho, but I was a freshman at Los Amigos in 2000. So shout out to the Lobo class of 2004. And, of course, in the room next door to us, who's calling the game, Mr. Oberacker, who I had for history.
Does a good job calling the game.
He does a great job. But you know what? Last week, Mr. Nurk did a fantastic job as well.
A lot of talent at Los Amigos, I will tell you.
There's no shortage of it at all. It's going to be a deep kick here. Fielded by Madrid at about the 9-yard line. Still able to get away, Dave.
Yeah.
Bounces it outside. He's going to get a good block here.
Oh.
He's at the 40. Still on his feet. Still on his feet at the 35. Beautiful returns. The Dons have a really good special teams here.
Well, again, I've talked about it tonight. You had the 3 safeties that are back. One of them was Cruz. One of them was Bermudez. Both of them missed their tackles on that. That's what allows that big return in the run game there.
Dons 4 wide receivers up top, quads. Lobos, not enough guys on that side again, Dave. Dominguez going to keep it himself. He's going to be gone.
Bermudez, can he get to him?
Nope, touchdown El Rancho.
Wow.
And just like that, one-play drive from the Dons.
Well, we have seen that quad formation that they have where they're away from the camera to us. They're on their sideline with their 4 receivers. Los Amigos has had a lot of trouble with that formation. We see they didn't go to it on top there. They're using that as a decoy and then just a simple quarterback draw right up the middle.
Yeah, they were expecting something to happen on that right side. Didn't have that quarterback accounted for, and he was just able to go up the middle. Again, Dominguez, I knew, putting this together, he was going to be a big part of this game.
Extra points could be big here. Lobo's got a chance, maybe get a block.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, Rancho takes the lead back, 21-20. Again, a testament. I don't know if anyone from CIF Southern Section is watching, but certainly a testament to the playoff format here. Again, another fun, exciting game that we're having here in Division 11 and in GGUSD. We hope the Lobos come out on top of this, but man, what a game so far.
And what a game, last week we had here, 2 games here at Mansour Stadium. Total of 4 points, decided both of them, and that's just the games that we have seen. There have been a few games that have been a more wide open, but the games that we've kind of seen have been great. Pacifica winning by 4 points last week, 7-3.
That was, that was almost the last second. I think they scored with 50 seconds remaining in that game.
And of course, Bolsa down 21-0, but able to come back, and they only lost that game by 7 points, 35-28 to Ganesha. Bermudez and Galindo back deep to return for the Lobos, but I don't think the ball's going to come anywhere near either of them. Oh, no, they did. It's going to be received there by Bermudez at about the 16-yard line. Nice little return. Gets it to about the Lobo 33. All right, so let's see how the Lobos respond now. Got 5 minutes and 17 seconds left to go here. Lobos will be getting the ball to start the second half. Pitch outside, Galindo takes it up the middle. He's still on his feet at the 40. Gain of about 6 yards, 7 yards on the play, brings up second down.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the Lobos' tempo here. Again, 5 minutes left to go at halftime. Time's certainly not a factor here, but let's see what their tempo is. You're seeing right now, no huddle. They're up, they're ready to go, so a little bit quicker tempo in this drive.
And we've seen them chew up big chunks of the clock. Galindo again, trying to bounce it out. Oh, he gets leveled there. Takes a hit there by number, I believe it's 18. Diego Diaz brings up third down. Again, 4 down territory most likely, depending on what happens here. Galindo in one more time. Looks like Lobos will be in I formation. Actually, no, they're in pistol formation here. Ramirez fakes to Galindo. He's going to be close to the first down.
My favorite play there, quarterback counter.
Looks like they're going to give it to him. They haven't signaled yet. There they are. First down, Lobos. 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Now, if you're the Lobos, the best thing that can happen here is you march this ball down the field steadily and methodically, and you score and leave little time on the clock.
Yeah.
You come back at the half, and you have a 2-point swing or 2-score swing here. But again, that's a perfect world, and this is a playoff football. It doesn't always happen that way. Ramirez takes a snap, hands off Galindo. Galindo had pressure in the backfield. Dons with a beautiful penetration there on that play. Brings up second down.
Galindo brought down the backfield for a loss of 3. Second and 13.
Let's see if El Rancho decides to use any timeouts here. I think they might have 1 or 2. Brings up second down here in 13.
Good cruise in the game for Galindo. Got trips away from us, away from the screen. Let's see if we get maybe just a regular counter, maybe a rollout here.
Pass to the right side. That's going to be complete. He's going to have some room. He's got the first down.
Yeah, Chris Flores.
Flores with about a 15, 16-yard gain on that play. Brings up first down for the Lobos. And he gets out of bounds.
Good job. Just a little quick bubble screen there. Good blocking out by the Lobos. First down, we got running clock here, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Clock shouldn't be running, though, with the first down mark. So Lobos losing out on some of that time.
Ramirez getting ready to take the snap. Hopefully it doesn't matter too much.
Quarterback counter.
Almost got caught in the backfield. Gets maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, a lot of times that's how you can disrupt that. So again, that quarterback counter action that we are seeing, the quarterback is faking the ball to the running back. You have the weak side tackle and guard pulling, and the quarterback is going to follow that. Well, that takes some time. Again, counter is a patient play that takes some time, and if you can disrupt the backfield by getting quick penetration, you can see that play blown up, just like we did there from the Dons.
Raul Cruz in the game. Lobos look like they're going to be in I formation here.
Power toss, that's what they've done to in this formation. There it is.
There it is, left side. Cruz, gain of about 4 yards on the play, brings up third down. Under 2 minutes left to go here at Mansour Stadium. CIF Southern Section Ford Football Division 11 playoffs here on GGUSD Athletics. We thank you for tuning in. David Mora here along with GGUSD District Athletic Director Dave Mamelli bringing you the action. High formation again for the Lobos. Galindo in the game now. Pitch to the right side. Galindo going to get taken down. Maybe a gain of 1. It brings up fourth down.
Yeah, interesting play call here. Again, we might see a hard count to a timeout here for the Lobos would be my guess.
And again, El Rancho not electing to use a timeout. I know it says 3 on there, but I think they have 1 or 2.
Again, we're just about a minute left here to go in the half. Lobos facing a crucial fourth down.
Take a look at the back judge there.
There you go. They got it. Hard count.
There we go.
Hard count is still undefeated.
Dave's favorite play call every game.
I think coaches should really learn to tell their players to watch the ball more. You always hear
would
that
figure.
after a hard count. You always hear the coaches go, "Watch the ball."
You would figure, right?
There's got to be another thing that we can do to teach our players, because, like we've said, this has gone on for now 150 years. That hard count has been around football. Clock running here, though. 54 seconds left.
Lobos taking some time here. Not a lot of time left.
No.
Trips left here for the Lobos. Maybe a pass here. Maybe that's why they're not so concerned with the clock. So here we go. Ramirez. Nope, keeps it himself. Goes to the right side. Still on his feet. Call a timeout here.
They got to take one now. Yeah, they got to take it. There you go. Coach Mello takes that timeout. We got 33 seconds left.
Lobos don't have to score a touchdown here. Of course, they can try for a field goal.
Yeah, Bermuda is a good, capable field goal kicker. I think this is outside of his range.
This definitely is. Maybe you get to the 20, 25-yard line, you're talking.
I think in that Calvary game, that Week 10 game for Los Amigos, we saw him attempt a pretty deep one. I think that was over like a 40-yard field goal.
Yeah.
And I think that one was blocked, though. I think that
was the blocked one. Yeah. Calvary blocked that kick, returned it all the way to the Lobo, I believe, 20-yard line. They were about to extend their lead before the Lobo defense came up with a huge stop and then drove down the field.
If you haven't seen that, we have some video from that game. Go check out our socials on GGUSD Athletics. I think we also put it on our YouTube channel as well. But that Calvary Chapel game, Los Amigos won 17-16. Again, I still think at this point that's the best game we've seen all year in our district for certain.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Go check out that footage that we have. It's certainly a great game.
So here we go, second down for the Lobos. 33 seconds left to go here in the half. They have the ball at the El Rancho 20, looks like 30-yard line. Trips left here for the Lobos. Cruz in the game now. Shotgun formation for Ramirez.
Look for Bermudez over here. Maybe going back to that skinny post, let's see.
Ramirez rolls out. He's got some pressure. He's got to let that one go. Looks like Flores might have been the intended receiver on that play. It's incomplete, brings up third down.
Yeah, miscommunication there because Flores came up with his hands in the air, not expecting that pass to be there. So there was some miscommunication. Third down, we got about 3rd and 9.
29 seconds left to go here in the first half. Ramirez drops back to pass. Feels the pressure, decides to run. He gets away. He's going to have a first down and out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Oh, no. 2 flags. Hopefully they offset.
Well, this is, again, in the range of holding here. So this is going to back up the Lobos. Important to note that Ramirez did make it out of bounds, so the clock should not start until the snap here. But that's going to back them up. Now they're going to have a 3rd and about 14.
Referee pointing at something. Brings up a 3rd and 14 here for the Lobos. Still not sure what that was.
I think they, I would guess a drone, but as we know, you cannot fly a drone here at the stadium. It's under the Disneyland embargo. So
Ramirez dropping back to pass. Has some time, has a man.
Oh, great
Flores.
catch. Got to get up. Clock stop. Got to get up. Spike it or timeout. Spike it or timeout. Got to get up. Let's go.
They're not going to have any timeouts, I don't believe, because they wasted that one right at the start of the second quarter, which I bet you they wish they could have back. They're going to spike it here. Let's see what Coach Mallow does here.
Clock is running. Spike
Boom.
it. So, yeah, if you're Los Amigos here, you got 10 seconds, almost 11 seconds there on the clock. I think you have enough time to take one shot at the end zone. If you get it, great. If not, kick the field goal.
But avoid a sack at all costs. And it looks like they're going to talk it over here, but avoid a sack. It wouldn't be a Lobo game in November without a little bit of something, right, Dave? Just a little bit of excitement.
Well, again, we talked about the Calgary game last week against Perris. Great game. This is turning out to be a classic as well. We have been spoiled with the Lobos. The 11-0 Lobos, we have been spoiled with some great games recently.
So here we go, Ramirez. 4 wide receivers here.
Yeah, I would look for number 24, Bermudez here. So again, he's down near side to us, closest to us on the screen.
Ramirez rolls out. Let it go, let it go. Oh, incomplete. 4 seconds left.
So this is going to be interesting here, this flag.
Is it going to be?
Clock's going to be stopped no matter what. It looks like a hold. I'm not sure. It could be a defensive hold there as well. I just saw the tail end action of it. Either way, I think the Lobos are going to end up attempting a field goal here. We do have a hold against Los Amigos.
It's going to push them back quite a bit too.
Well, this will get 10 yards. So again, this is going to end up being about just shy of a 40-yard field goal.
They haven't brought on the field goal team yet, so I don't know if that's going to be the play here.
It is, yeah. So I think they're going to come on and.
There we go. The tee is on the field. Again, Bermuda's a club soccer player.
So again, this is going to end up being a 38-yard field goal. We have seen Bermudez make this distance before. Obviously, with a make here, that gives the Lobos the lead and the ball coming in at halftime.
Got to get a good exchange here. It's good. It's up.
Short, end to the right.
Oh, it would have had the distance, but goes to the right. That's going to be nope.
Nope, we got a flag.
Flag on the play.
Kicker.
Here we go. We're going to do it one more time.
So this will be an automatic first down. They're going to get 15 yards. It's going to end up being half the distance to the goal instead. I would kick it again. I don't think there's enough.
Get the points.
To get on there. The clock is showing time right now. The clock should have expired on that. So this should be an untimed down here to end the half if it is indeed roughing the kicker.
Games or halves cannot end on a defensive penalty.
So we do have roughing the kicker. This is going to be an untimed down. There should not be 3 seconds left on the clock. Again, if I'm Coach Mello, I'm just running my field goal team again. It looks like that's what they're going to do.
And again, if you're Bermudez, you probably take a sigh of relief. This is more within your range. And he did just kind of push it to the right. David did look like it had enough power.
Yeah, it did actually I thought it was going to be short at first, but you're right. It did have enough length, just a tiny bit to the right.
I think what he did was he tried to compensate and not get one of those line drive kicks that would eventually get blocked. So here we go. Let's see if he can do it this time.
This is.
No field goal is a gimme in high school.
Oh, fumbled snap. Oh, gosh.
He's still on his feet. That's going to bring us to the end of the first half here.
Wow.
Lobos 20, El Rancho 21. CIF Southern Section Ford Football Division 11 playoffs. We're going to have a barn burner here.
Yeah, certainly a fun first half. We did see the teams make adjustments. We talked about that throughout the half. Defense has settled down a little bit. To be honest, I've loved El Rancho's game plan that they've had coming out. But this is where we're going to see that being tested here is at halftime, what adjustments are the coaches going to make? We can't sing high enough praises of Coach Mello and his staff at Los Amigos. They've done a great job all year making halftime adjustments. I'm sure Coach Medrano at El Rancho does as well, too. So certainly excited here for the second half coming up. What adjustments will be made, and looking for a great ball game, a 1-point lead for the Dons here going into halftime.
And we're going to take a quick break here at half. We might be back with an interview, but until then, we'll see you.
Let's hear it for the Los Amigos dance team. Before I announce the band, an announcement. There is a black Audi parked on the visitor side with its lights on. If you are driving a black Audi and you're here from El Rancho, you might want to check your car. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Los Amigos Lobo Marching Corps. For your pleasure and entertainment, the Lobo Marching Corps will perform the theme of this year's show, There Can Be Only One, movements 1 through 3 from the movie Highlander, featuring music from Queen. The Mighty Lobo Marching Corps is under the direction of Frank Garcia, Drum Major George Figueroa, Color Guard Captain Mariana Hernandez Chavez, Color Guard Lieutenant Sophia Chung, Drum Captain Gael Hernandez, Color Guard Coach Emily Oxlage, Drum Coach Francisco Carmona, and Low Brass Marching Coach Eric Refugio. Soloist tonight on trumpet Jacqueline Garcia, on mellophone Giovanna Dominguez, on baritone Nyla Alvarado Marisol, and on tuba Darren Alvarez.
That sounded like
Lobo Marching Corps, the crowd is ready. Is the Los Amigos Lobo Marching Corps ready?
yeah. Playoffs, we're not really allowed to It's okay. Yeah, email me. Yeah, definitely.
Living many secret lives, struggling to reach the time of the gathering, when the few who remain will battle to the last.
Congratulations, Highlander. You have done well, but it will take time. You are generations being born and dying. You are one with all human beings. Each man's thoughts and dreams are yours to know. You have power beyond imagination. Use it well, my friend. Don't lose it.
The local marching corps would like to express their thanks to Dr. Mafi, the Los Amigos boosters, and the administration for all their hard work and efforts on behalf of the band.
Halftime slowly coming to an end here at Mansour Memorial Stadium. CIF Southern Section Ford Football Division 11 Playoffs here, brought to you by GGUST Athletics. David Mora here. Tight ball game here. El Rancho up 21-20 over the Los Amigos Lobos. If the last two games that we've seen from the Lobos are any indication, we are in for a nail-biter the rest of the way. You know what? Actually, we're going to bring up our first guest right now. Returning guest to the broadcast. We'll get him settled here. Here we go, and welcome back, Dan Albano, OC Register. We'll get the booth cam on here. Let's see if we can get it going. Oh, actually, I had to unplug the booth cam. Let's see if we can get it plugged back in. Dan, what do you think so far here?
This is a really exciting game, and I think a very high-level game. Especially, I'm impressed. This is Division 11, and I think both these teams are playing well. I mean, it's not surprising from what I know about Los Amigos. I mean, they're 11-0 for a reason. But El Rancho's playing really well. I'm impressed with how fast they run their offense. So we got a really great game here. It's kind of what you expect in the quarterfinals, especially, with this competitive equity model. It's another barn burner type game. This thing's gonna go down to the wire.
Yeah, we were talking about that the last 3 weeks for Los Amigos. They had that Calvert Chapel game in Week 10 for the league title. It was a 17-16 game. Their game last week at Perris was 21-18, and here we are 21-20 at halftime of this game. So Lobos certainly battle-tested as well with close-scoring games the last 3 weeks.
They've been very excited. I don't know if I'm ready for the end of this game. Depending on how it's looking right now, it's going to be one that's going to take a lot out of me.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be exciting. I mean, some of the smaller things are really making a difference. El Rancho's, they're 3 for 3 on the point afters. And as we saw, Los Amigos is 2 for 3, and they had a field goal blocked at the end of the first half. That was huge. El Rancho's special teams is also, they're getting some big returns and timely returns that set up their last, go-ahead touchdown. Los Amigos is running the ball. I think as a team, they've run for, they're about 170 yards.
Wow.
So that's what they like to do with that big offensive line. Galindo's getting slowed down a little bit, but I like the way Adrian Ramirez is running it, and I like the way, obviously Raul Cruz had a nice run, touchdown run.
Yeah, we talked about that with Los Amigos, that they got 3 or 4 guys that they could just plug in there, like you said, behind that offensive line. But the Lobos certainly have done a good job with that. We'll just see how they can react here on defense. I think if they can settle down, get a couple stops there, they're going to be okay. But again, you got to give credit to El Rancho. I think they've come out. They've had a great game plan on offense, like you mentioned, special teams as well too. Give the Dons credit tonight. Yeah,
Coach Medrano has done a good job drawing up a good game plan here to kind of keep this defense off balance here.
Yeah, they're very fast, El Rancho. They're getting to the perimeter with those screen passes, there's some speed at receiver, their backs, and I think that with the tempo that they're running, it's putting a lot of pressure on Los Amigos to cover a lot of field.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll see who makes the adjustments. We talk about it a lot. The team that comes out and makes the adjustments is going to be the one that wins. And again, playoffs, anything can happen. We're seeing it here tonight. Dan, game's about to start. We'll let you get back to doing your thing. And again, thanks for coming on and joining us again.
It's always great to be with you guys. And good luck to Garden Grove Unified.
There we go. Thank you, Dan.
As we mentioned, we have some publications here tonight with us, being the only game here in the southern section. So we'll give a quick shout out again. That was Dan Albano for the Orange County Register. So he's OC Varsity Guy on X if you want to follow him. We also have Andrew Turner here from Daily Pilot. He's their sports guy, and that's Andrew Turner. I think TCN is his social media. And then we also have Tim Burt here from OC Sports Zone. So always a friend of Garden Grove Schools. So those 3 guys, give them a follow. Look at their coverage that they have for us tonight. They'll get some stats and stuff, and they'll have some nice stories at the end of this game. Hopefully, again, with the Lobo victory, but look for those stories either way.
Of course, all 3 guys do a fantastic job covering OC athletics. With the way the media landscape is now, there's fewer guys covering more sports. Now with the introduction of girls flag football. So really a shout out to those guys for really doing the best that they can to cover everything that they can. So here we go, kickoff from El Rancho about to go down here. Back deep to return for the Lobos, Bermudez and Galindo. Let's see if El Rancho kicks to either one. They did the last time.
Yeah, this will be interesting coming out. Not to put the horse before the cart here, but if Los Amigos scores here in this opening drive, I'm going to be interested to see if they will continue to go for one or if they will try to get that point back at some point.
Yep.
Knowing that they've had some trouble with El Rancho and stopping them.
Bermuda is going to get this kick at about the 11-yard line. Gets it up to the 20, 25 before he's brought down around the 28-yard line. You know, we talk about a few of the connections here. This isn't the first time El Rancho has played a Garden Grove Unified School District team. They actually played Pacifica back in 1978. Ended up losing as Pacifica went on to the finals that year and ended up losing to El Dorado in the championship game.
Again, that was Coach Craven at Pacifica.
Yep. They also played Santiago back in 1993.
All right, Los Amigos coming out in an ace formation, 2 tight end set with a pistol offset.
Ramirez keeps it himself. Flag on the play, though.
We're going to have a procedure penalty here. I think maybe one of the tight ends might have been off the line of scrimmage.
Ramirez picks up 1. There is a flag on the field.
Do have a legal procedure there.
Kind of what troubled the Dons there in the first half.
Yeah, and you know what? I think El Rancho is going to decline that penalty. So
Wow,
we're going to be
interesting.
looking at a 2nd and 10.
That's a lot of faith in your defense there.
Well, again, they stopped on that, and again, I think I might have made that choice as well there too.
Galindo in the backfield here with Ramirez. Ramirez keeps it himself, goes to the left side. Gain of maybe 5 yards on the play, brings up 2nd down or 3rd down.
Perris picks up 5 yards.
Shout out to Fred Robledo for tuning in. Of course, of the San Gabriel Valley Tribune. Ramirez keeps it around left side, still on his feet. Oh, nice tackle there. That was number 34 of the Dons, Phoenix Navarro. Saved the 1st down there, brings up 4th down. 4th and 1 here for the Lobos. So here we go. They got Galindo in there. They're in shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers here.
Yeah, again, we know what's coming. We're going to have a
Galindo's going to go backwards. That's going to be El Rancho.
well, no, they gave him a 1st down on that.
Did they? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I did not see that. That was a 1st down.
There was some confusion there with the chains, but yeah, that was a 1st down. So now we're looking at a 2nd and 15 here.
Wow. They fooled me because it looked like he might have been a little bit short on that. But nonetheless, that brings up 2nd down and 15. Might be a ball don't lie situation on that one. As a son of an El Rancho alum, I am happy to bring this game to the Don community. Ramirez lets that one go. Intercepted.
Yeah. Number 15, I believe.
Yep, Isaiah Sandoval.
Yeah, so just kind of floated that up there. The Lobos weren't really ready to go on that snap, so only about half of their line was up and ready to go on that. So Lobos not quite ready for that play, and it showed there.
First turnover of the night for either team.
And as you mentioned, yeah, number 15, Isaiah Sandoval there for El Rancho. Great job on that floated pass, able to make that go. Like you said, first turnover here, big change here. Let's see what El Rancho does. A lot of times you see teams that like to come out and take a shot at the end zone after that change of possession.
This would be a big momentum swing if the Dons can score here.
You can see the El Rancho's got kind of a full house, and they're going to end up shifting out of there, so some trickery here right off the bat. It's going to be a wildcat formation.
A little trick and misdirection is probably going to be a legal procedure. Or
And just like we talked about, yeah, they were going to go for that. You see they had a receiver up top. They were going to have some misdirection in the backfield, and we're going to try to go deep on that. So El Rancho had the kind of same mindset that I was talking about, that after that turnover, see if you can go for the kill shot with the touchdown. But not able to get that formation down, and they're going to be backed up here.
Here we go. Don's now in a more conventional formation here. 3 wide receivers. Dominguez getting ready to take the snap. Fakes the handoff. Hands it off up the middle. That's going to be a nice run. Still on his feet. That's probably going to be Phoenix Navarro with the first down.
Yeah, Chris Flores there, number 11 on the tackle.
This Don's offense is really good. Knew that they were going to come out here and give the Lobos some fits. They've got some athletes in that backfield.
Again, Don's in a no-huddle, a little slower tempo than we saw in the first half so far.
Handoff again. This time Lobos ready for it.
Again, yeah, as we mentioned, that first opening drive and maybe going into the second one, El Rancho with a furious tempo. They have slowed down a little bit. Jet sweep.
Ooh, arm tackle, not going to get it
Good
done.
Stretch.
Good job.
Oh, great tackle there. Let's get you that number. I think that's 22. I think that is Cruz on that tackle. Again, Cruz so vital and important on that defense. Looks like he's a little shaken up. Lobos cannot afford to lose him. He does shake it off, though. Cruz is back and ready. Don's ready to run the play.
Trips right here for the Dons. We're going to have a flag on another illegal procedure.
Looks like, yeah. Although he signaled offside, so
he
pointed
did.
the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to discuss here. We might get the Jeopardy music, right?
We won't do it to them. They've had a great game. And there it is.
Yeah, so
Dons, that's been the Achilles heel for the Dons all night. It's probably the 5th or 6th time they've been flagged for illegal procedure.
So as we've mentioned throughout the night, again, we're going to have a 3rd and long backed up situation here for El Rancho. We have seen running backs out of the backfield in those wheel routes and also screen plays out to the wide receivers. Let's see if we see one of those 2 plays on this.
Phoenix Navarro in the
3rd and
backfield.
long.
Dominguez takes a snap. He drops back to pass. He's going to get blitzed. Oh, beautiful job by the Lobos. That brings up 4th down. Dave, I think this is a punting situation here.
Absolutely, yeah. Number 55, Diego Guido for the Lobos with the sack.
Lobo defense coming up huge on that one, just bailing their offense out.
We're going to see the same thing with El Rancho on this. So we saw this in the first half. They will end up punting this ball. It's going to be a quick kick from the quarterback. He's going to take a couple steps back, as you see here, get the snap and let that ball roll. We do have Flores back for Los Amigos, but he's going to let that ball go over his head, and it is going to take a friendly El Rancho bounce.
Lobos with the first turnover of the game, but the Lobo defense doing a fantastic job there on 3rd down, coming up with a huge sack.
Yeah, so far, again, defense has ruled the day to start the second half here after offense ruled in the first half. You see that so often in football games where coaches make adjustments, players settle down. We'll see if we end up with a defensive struggle here in the second half.
Here we go, Galindo in the game here for the Lobos. Looks like they're going to go I formation.
Yeah, we've seen power toss out of this all night. Let's see if we have another power toss. There it is.
It's going to be power toss left side. Galindo Oh, Rancho just ready for it, though. Brings up second down here for the Lobos. Ball at their own 20-yard line. Again, no matter who wins this game, next week is going to be even tougher for either team, as San Gorgonio and Grand Terrace are two really good teams out of the San Bernardino IE area. Not to look forward, but both teams can, expect a hard game next week. Ramirez with a pass is going to be incomplete.
Just underthrown. Yeah, as we mentioned, again, being the only game going on in the southern section tonight, I can guarantee you that coaching staffs for both San Gorgonio and Grand Terrace are in attendance tonight at this game.
Or if they wanted to save themselves the drive and avoid the traffic on the 91, the stream is a great way to get everything you need. David Mora here alongside GGUSD Athletic Director Dave Mamelli, bringing you the action from Michael A. Mansour Memorial Stadium.
It's a big third down here, again, 3rd and 10. Lobos out. Trips formation away from us. Going to take a timeout. We saw this in the first half. Lobos a little mismanagement, I would say, with those timeouts. And we have here, with just under 7 minutes left in the third quarter, Lobos taking their first timeout. Again, extra points and timeouts I think could be crucial at the end of this game.
While we have some time, Dave, we mentioned we're here at Michael A. Mansour Memorial Stadium. This stadium dedicated to Michael A. Mansour, who was a Navy SEAL who graduated here from Garden Grove, who lost his life in battle, getting I believe the Purple Heart, after sacrificing himself to save some teammates. And, this stadium, it means a lot to be able to broadcast here, and you have the Trident there in the middle of the field, and it just means so much. And, of course, at El Rancho Don Memorial Stadium, which was dedicated to veterans of the Vietnam War, their stadium actually getting redone, so they've been kind of a road team this year, but same kind of idea at both of these fields, their home field and this home field, to, kind of take a pause and realize the fact that we're able to do things here tonight thanks to sacrifices of those who fight, in action. And
yeah, if you have a chance, look into Michael A. Mansour, look into his story. Certainly a powerful story that he had. We're sad to have lost him, obviously, but super proud that he is a Garden Grove graduate and a GGUSD alum.
Trips right here for the Lobos. Ramirez takes a snap, rolls out to his right. Quick pass to Flores. That's complete. Not going to go anywhere, though.
Yeah, great job by the Dons there on that read. They were ready for that. Again, we've talked about this a number of times tonight, just the simple numbers advantage as the plays get set up there, and you see the Dons were not outmatched, not overmatched on that. This is going to end up being a punting situation. Let's see if the Lobos can flip the field here, but as it stands now, the Dons are going to end up in maybe their best starting field position of the night.
I would say they're probably going to get this ball around the 50-yard line.
Again, as we mentioned, always a question mark on these punts with all the teams that we've covered this year about that center punter exchange.
We got flag on the play. False start on Los Amigos. It's going to drive them back a little bit more, so Don's really going to start with this ball in good field position. And the closer you get to that end zone, the scarier it gets on this snap.
Yeah, and the Dons have brought good pressure on their punt blocks throughout the game as well.
Oh, man. It's going to be, thankfully, a penalty.
I don't know about that from seeing it. They called an illegal snap there.
Oh, man.
I'm sure El Rancho is fighting that call because they would have got the ball right there. But,
yeah.
I think that's a little bail out there for the Lobos from the officials.
And now you're punting from your own end zone. Oh, my goodness. If this is bad, just kick it out of the back.
Yeah, you just want to let the ball roll here if you can. Again, maybe a rugby-style kick here would be best suited. There we go.
It's blocked.
Yep.
Fumble.
Oh, my.
That's going to be Los Amigos football.
It is,
First
yeah.
down.
Oh, man.
Wow, what a break for the Lobos.
Talk about a turn
Oh,
in
my
tides again. Yeah,
goodness.
you had a blocked punt looking to return that for
Wow.
a touchdown. The Dons,
Wow.
El Rancho, fumbled right as they were being tackled, and Los Amigos gets it back. It's going to be 1st and 10, Los Amigos.
I don't know, Dave. I don't know if I can handle another one of these tense games here.
Well, again, certainly not an ideal situation for El Rancho, but
I guess
if
it
them
could be
being
worse.
yeah, exactly. If they're being backed up now, where Los Amigos is going to start inside their own 5-yard line.
Lobos were inside their own 5-yard line against Calvary Chapel. They were able to get out of it. Let's see if they can do it here. They're lined up in the end zone here.
Again, looking at an ace formation, double tight ends. Got a counter play, quarterback counter.
Mears with maybe a gain of about 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, let's see. Again, this game, 1-point ball game right now. Let's see how that plays out coming out. If we end up with a tight score to end this game, that last play that we just saw could be a crucial factor in that.
Let's see. Lobos could take this drive all the way to the 4th quarter. Time here is
Los Amigos, again, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, twin receivers down to the near sideline.
Cruz on the carry. Close to the first down.
Yeah, interesting. We don't see Galindo in there. No rotation at all.
Nope, it's Cruz.
Galindo is on the sideline now.
Ramirez sneak. Are they going to give it to him?
He is short by the far side spot at least.
Interesting play call coming up here for Coach Mallow. Obviously, Dave, the punts have not been going well.
No, I think that's going to factor into his decision. I do think we'll see a hard count because we always do.
You know, the thing about the hard count is it can fool you as well, and not just the other team. So let's see here. Galindo not in the game.
No,
and Lobos in shotgun formation. They try to get him on the hard count.
There's the hard count. We're looking over. Keep an eye. We have 5 seconds now. The back judge has put up his hand. Play clock's not going to be an issue.
Flag on the play.
We
False
have
start on Los Amigos.
Another false start. I'm not seeing these. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not seeing these. Again, that play was blown dead.
Let's see if we can catch it here on replay.
Just put up his hand. Play clock's not going to be an issue.
It's hard to see there. False start on Los Amigos. Lobo punt team coming back out onto the field after the defense is doing a fantastic job of keeping this team in this game. So here we go, punting from their own end zone. They need to hope for a roughing the kicker on this one if they can. Low snap. This one, he's able to get it away. Is he going to take a Lobo bounce? It's going to roll to the 47-yard line, 48-yard line, so not bad. But El Rancho getting the ball in good field position here on the Lobo side of the field to start this drive.
Yeah, certainly have to feel good if you're El Rancho. Again, wasn't able to convert on that blocked punt, but again, this is their best starting field position of the night. They have proven that they can stop Los Amigos on defense the last 2 possessions. And obviously, we're going to have a tight ball game here no matter what, but Dons could pull away a little bit here. Double pass, maybe? No.
Oh, he gets eaten up by the turf monster. That's number 5. Ryan, was that Dominguez? No, number 6, I believe. Andrew Guerrero.
Yeah, the Dons have been attacking the outside all game long, both with their runs and their pass. We see that there. Again, just slipping the feet a little bit, but El Rancho certainly has won the exterior of the game so far.
Dominguez takes a snap, pass over the middle, almost intercepted. Brings up third down here for the Dons.
And number 16 for Los Amigos, Abraham Solario, got his hand on that pass.
We go third down, 4 wide receivers here for the Dons, man in motion. No flag on that one.
Uh-oh.
Pass over the middle. He's going to be gone. No one in sight. Flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be on the El Rancho Dons.
Yeah, so again, this will be a hold. We see it. We see the outnumbered there again.
But
so
that's going to be close. It's going to be, anyway, close to a first down when, if they do it from the spot here.
Yeah. But again, El Rancho, just a simple screen on that point, but they had 4 linemen out with nobody in front of them, and the receiver is the one that's being called for a hold.
Another
here.
flag was just thrown.
We do have a flag. It does look like it might be on Los Amigos, so this will be interesting if they call these offsetting. I don't know if they're going to do that. One was during the play, one was after.
Laundry day here at Mansour Stadium.
Either way, the result of the play, Los Amigos is fine with the flag, even if they get one against them with an offset.
Looks like Amari Maddox, who was hurt the last 2 weeks, or at least last week. He's back in the game here. But he's walking off. The body language.
Yeah, so this has got to infuriate Coach Mello at this point. So they did get a hold on El Rancho, but then Los Amigos, with an unsportsmanlike, is going to offset that. So the 10 yards back, and then they're going to march off 15 yards.
So first down, nonetheless, for El Rancho, and getting the ball in great field position here. Again, we mentioned it, the penalties would be the one thing that would hurt this team. Right now, putting the Dons in very good field position. They're looking to extend their 1-point lead. Dominguez handoff to Navarro.
Yeah, so
nice hard run there.
El Rancho with a little counter action of their own. In that counter action, you're seeing the weak side guard and tackle. In this case, it was an up back that was pulling in there. Meant to be an inside run. Ended up getting about 5 yards on that. So good action there from El Rancho.
Don's 3 wide receivers. Dominguez getting ready to take the snap here. Handoff. Gets a first down, still on his feet, driving at the 5, inside the 5 now, all the way down to about the 3-yard line.
We've talked all season about the Lobos and how good they are at tackling. That's been a big strength for Los Amigos. They are having trouble tackling tonight. You saw that there on this last play. If they want to be able to come back and win this game, they cannot miss tackles.
The Lobos have not been down by more than 1 score this season. It will be in unfamiliar territory. That's going to be a touchdown, El Rancho.
Yeah, this will be, again, where now extra points are going to be important. If you're El Rancho, you still want to just take your easy extra point here, obviously. But as the Lobos try to come back at this point, those extra points, those PATs, you're going to have some decisions here from Coach Mello. Looks like they're going for 2.
It's a good decision. If you make it here, you force the Lobos to score twice. If you don't, the worst they can do is attempt to win it with a 2-pointer.
I don't know, yeah. I don't think you chase points right now if you're El Rancho.
Let's see if it comes back to, beautiful
man.
job.
What a
Wow.
great play.
Wow.
Again, that's not something I would have done, but Coach Medrano maybe just wanted to show off his play calling abilities there. But yeah, what a beautiful play. I don't know if we can maybe even get a replay on that and see right at the tail end of it.
Yeah, might have the tail end of that one. And there you go. It's right open. Again, all night it's been the men who have not been accounted for hurting this Lobo defense.
Coach Medrano maybe just wanted to show off his I have liked El Rancho's formations that they've had, kind of attacking. You can see the game plan in what they've done. Again, Coach Medrano and his staff, I think, have done a great job tonight. You see it there. But certainly they have done a great job, enough to win this ball game, I would say. And obviously being up 9 with 1:28 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, you got to be feeling good.
They are on their way to doing that. They got to stop the Lobos, obviously. We have seen the Lobos down, like you said, not down 2 scores before tonight, but we have seen them down before. And the last 3 weeks, this has been a resilient team. I think that we're not going to see the Lobos go quietly into the night right now.
No, definitely credit to Coach Medrano's game plan here tonight, kind of stifling the Lobos. Let's see if the Lobos can settle in here with their backs against the wall, see if they can answer here. This kick going to be fielded by Bermudez at the 10-yard line. Going to bounce it outside. Still on his feet, gets pushed out of bounds at about the 29. Crowd maybe wanting a late hit penalty there, but
no harm, no foul.
Yeah, it was close. Sometimes you benefit from them, and sometimes they just don't go your way. So here we go. Lobos starting with the ball at their own 30-yard line. Now, Rancho defense has been very, very stingy here in the second half.
Yeah, I think if I'm Coach Mello, I might mix up my tempo here. We saw Los Amigos do that again on their first series as well. But I might see if I go a little bit quicker tempo, no huddle. Just get up to the line and just see if you can beat them with your athleticism.
Galindo back in the game here for the Lobos. They're in I formation. Quick pitch, left side. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. They're hoping that he can maybe break one, and I think the Dons are playing really disciplined defense here.
You're seeing their linebackers and their secondary doing a great job of scraping over. So the line is doing a good job on that toss of forcing it back inside, and you're having the secondary and the linebackers for El Rancho able to scrape over and make a tackle. They're doing a good job. I think that Los Amigos at this point is going to have to mix it up a little bit more. You see it here with now 4 receivers, or 3 receivers and an up back.
Quick pitch to Galindo around the right side. Tries to bounce it back in. The Dons defense just doing a fantastic job of containing Galindo here.
This is either going to be a face mask or a hold. So it could be a face mask on El Rancho, but I think they might get the receiver for Los Amigos holding. Waving the flag, nothing.
No, nothing.
So we're going to end up with about 3rd and 6. Clock is running here. I don't know if the Lobos have to run a play here, but I don't think they're worried about that at this point. I think
Doesn't seem like it.
Again, you see number 30, Isaac Galindo, down as a receiver. Not something we usually see. The Lobos are going to have to get this off. The referee is counting 5, 4, 3, 2. This is going to be a delay of game.
Yeah, man.
So again, that'll leave 2.6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Clock is going to run, and that's going to be it. We're going to go into the fourth quarter with the Lobos down 29-20.
You are tuned in to the CIF Southern Section Ford Football Division 11 playoffs here. Brought to you by GGUSD Athletics. David Moore here along with GGUSD District Athletic Director Dave Mameli. El Rancho, 9-point lead over the Los Amigos Lobos. Lobos 11-0, El Rancho 7-4. Coming from Pico Rivera to deliver some good football here to the fans in Garden Grove, and they traveled well. Kudos to the Pico Rivera faithful for making it out here to Garden Grove.
Yeah, I can tell you that I've seen a lot of football games this year, and Thursday nights are tough for crowds. They really are.
This might be the best visiting crowd we've had. I would say so.
And maybe for our games, yeah.
Yeah. For the games that we broadcast, for the games that we broadcast.
I know you were disappointed with a team. I don't know if you've mentioned that yet.
I'll mention them again, Garden Grove High School. If you guys, just to kind of fill in the El Rancho people watching, so El Rancho is very big rivals with Montebello. I went to Rancho Alamitos, and our rival is Garden Grove, so
That game is coming back next year.
That's right. Excited to call that one.
We also found out that Los Amigos is playing Garden Grove next year. We found that out earlier tonight.
Breaking news here. Ramirez drops back to pass. Overthrown. 4th down.
Yeah, uncharacteristic of Ramirez. He's been so great on his touch throughout the season. That one just sailed a little bit over. Cruz had no chance at that. All right, we're kind of now to make or break now for Los Amigos. Again, they'll be punting here. This has been a precarious situation for the Lobos, punting all night. But if El Rancho can get momentum here in this next series, it might spell trouble for Los Amigos and their chances of winning this ball game.
This could be the drive of the game here for the Lobos, especially defensively speaking.
Oh,
no.
Get it off, get it off.
He got it off.
Great job. Yeah, this is going to only end up being about a 16-yard net punt there. So, again, great starting field position for El Rancho. Again, as you mentioned, this has got to be, in the Lobos' mind, the series of the game for their defense. They've got to get a stop now at this point. If El Rancho is able to come down and score, really puts the pressure on Los Amigos.
Los Amigos hasn't had that quick strike ability here tonight. So this would almost be back-breaking here if the Dons can score. Dominguez escapes attack, actually runs into more. Lobos escapes it, still on his feet. He's running for the 1st down, and it just feels like the Dons here, Dave, are just destined to...
Well, again, yeah, Ryan Dominguez, that's the same play that he scored a touchdown on earlier. So they ended up having that motion coming out where they had 4 receivers, and he just ran a quarterback draw. The Lobos had him stopped. But, again, Lobos missing tackles. Got to give credit. Again, number 5, Ryan Dominguez, able to break those tackles and get a 1st down.
Dominguez feels pressure again, lets that one go over to the left side.
Flores. Ooh.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd down for the Dons.
Yeah, that's been tough. That's been a good bright spot, at least for the Lobos tonight, as their secondary has done a good job on all deep passes from Dominguez. But again, you see their number 11 for Los Amigos, Chris Flores. He does such a great job as their free safety getting over the top. That's the one area I would say that El Rancho has not been successful tonight, is in their deep passing game.
Fake handoff. Looks like Navarro on the handoff. He's still on his feet at the 20, the 15, the 10.
Yeah.
Gets taken down inside the 10-yard line. Yep, I don't know.
That's, again, the problem I say is, El Rancho hasn't been great at their deep passing game, but they haven't needed to be. They've been able to run the ball. They've been able to have quick now routes out to their receivers and get the yardage they need. They've been able to run screens. They have done a great job tonight offensively, and Los Amigos does look a little shell-shocked right now.
Yeah, they have not been in this situation before.
We've got some extracurricular stuff going on the El Rancho sideline, so the referee is moving some fans away from him.
It's going to be touchdown Dons. Dave, we kind of see this in playoff games where it's close for a good bit of time, and then one team just is slowly able to kind of pull away.
Yeah, did we get a number on that?
I did not get a number. It might have been Navarro if it was a run.
It is, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Navarro there on the touchdown. Again, still a two-score game here. It does look like El Rancho is going to go for 2. They're going to try to make this into a 3-score game.
I like it. I'm not going to lie. I like the call.
I think at this point that probably is the right call to stretch it from 2 scores to 3 scores. I'm not saying this would be a nail in the coffin for the Lobos if they give up this extra point, but it could be pretty close.
Dominguez, pass over the right side. It's going to be complete.
Man. Good job by Dominguez, just threading the needle on that, able to make that completion.
I don't like to call games.
We do have a late flag that came in.
I don't like to call games this early, but I don't know. Barring some monumental catastrophe here for the Dons, looks like they might be moving on to the semifinals for the first time since 2018. While we have a break, we have another Dons GGUSD connection. Coach Vinny Lopez, who was the Dons coach and led them to their first league championship in 2014, their first league championship since 1997. He then moved on to Pacifica High School the next year. A few years later, he led Pacifica to their first league championship in 10 years in 2017. So, he kind of, brought two programs, kind of set them up well for the future here. Dons doing a good job here. Pacifica doing a good job over there tomorrow night in Brentwood.
Yeah, Coach Kyle Murphy now. Yeah, they're moving on to Brentwood. That'll be a good close game, I'm sure.
Can Pacifica 7-3 last week, scoring really in the last, the last minute of the game?
Yeah, they had they had 2 interceptions in the end zone for them when they were coming down. They had 3 times that they were inside the 20 that ended up in a turnover. So I think if you're looking at the stats, you're looking and going, oh, Pacifica actually was winning that game handily, but they just couldn't convert. But, yeah, they were down 3-0 with 50 seconds left to go in the game before they finally scored their touchdown.
Looks like a penalty might have been on the Dons. They're marched back to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, again, we're looking at it now, 37-20. We are looking at a 3-score ball game. This has certainly got to be something that Los Amigos has to have quick tempo here. They cannot take their normal tempo that they've taken all game. They are up against the clock right now.
I'll tell you what, a kickoff return for a TD would help tremendously here.
I don't know if they're going to get that chance. Let's see. Dons have kicked to them all night. Again, this is going to be Bermudez.
Taking his time, trying to find his spots. Good coverage by the Dons on that kickoff.
Bermudez with the return. It will be 1st and 10, Los Amigos.
Lobo's going to be starting with this ball at their own 39-yard line. So we mentioned tomorrow night La Quinta hosting Pioneer. Pioneer used to be in the Del Rio League with El Rancho. And they left that league in 2019 to form the 605 League with Cerritos, Artesia, and I believe John Glenn. Ramirez keeps it himself around the left side. He's got some room at the 50 to the 45, out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. Brings up a first down for the Lobos.
Yeah, Los Amigos is going to have to rely on their star power here that they have throughout the season. Again, that's going to be number 1, Adrian Ramirez, number 3, Isaac Galindo, number 24, Ruby Bermudez. Those have been the 3 that have really carried him. Obviously, you still have 22 Cruz and 11 Flores that have helped him out as well.
Galindo in the backfield there. Ramirez keeps it himself. Dons read it beautifully that time. He gets stopped after a gain of maybe 1 yard.
Yeah, Lobo's got to go. This is not the tempo they need. They got to be up and going.
Clock approaching 10 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Lobos down by 17. Still exchanging some personnel here.
Yeah,
Abraham Solorio is in the backfield.
They still haven't gotten the play in yet. This is, again, this has got to be quicker. We're now going on well over 30 seconds coming off the clock.
Referee signaling 5 seconds left.
Well, yeah, he'll start to count. So that's the 10-second count. He'll get there 5, 4. There we go. Oh, fumble.
Dons football.
Yeah, I think El Rancho did get it.
Dons football.
Yeah. Yeah, again, unfortunately, I think that might be too much to overcome for the Lobos.
And just credit El Rancho for coming into this game with a great game plan to key in on the Lobo playmakers. And that first half, they exchanged blows, back and forth, but the El Rancho defense settled down, and the game plan they had really just kind of
Well, again, like you said, give them credit. Coming out of halftime, they made some adjustments, and they have certainly taken momentum of this game, especially in the second half. Again, you're looking at the end of the first half, Los Amigos, if that field goal doesn't, if they don't have a mishandling on that snap, Los Amigos might have had a lead at halftime coming in, and it's been all Dons in the second half. And you're seeing a little Wildcat action here. Aguilar on the tackle.
That was number 1 on the carry, Adrian Orihuela. Actually, oh no, Diaz. Diego Diaz. We thank everyone for tuning in here tonight. Almost 3,000 views on this stream, 581 viewers at one time. The only game in the southern section, so we hope for this. We'd love to bring you football here on our YouTube. We do this for the community. We do this for the parents, for the players. No matter what team we have out there on the field, it's for everyone.
Yeah, and again, I know it's not going to go the Lobos' way tonight, but we have had a pleasure covering the Lobos this season. Again, this is multiple games, obviously, that we've covered with them. Again, they are 11-0 right now. Looks like they will suffer their first loss of the year, but going undefeated 10-0 in the season, it has been a pleasure covering this Lobo team. They have a special group of seniors. Happy for them.
And you know what? I'll say this El Rancho team is young. A lot of their playmakers here are sophomores and some juniors. So they're going to be a formidable team, going into next year as well. We got a flag on the play. False start on the Dons.
There's been a lot of false starts.
Yeah. Again, next week it's going to be big for the Dons to kind of limit those if they do end up winning here. San Gorgonio and Grand Terrace are going to be very athletic and tough teams.
Let's take a look here, see if I can get where that game will be played. Obviously, San Gorgonio and Grand Terrace are playing tomorrow night.
Yes.
But let's see if we can get some situations here.
Sure, the Dons are hoping to be playing there in Whittier at either Cal High or Pioneer, while Don Memorial Stadium is worked on. I'm sure you guys are ready for that blue turf.
Yeah, I saw some pictures of it today. It looks pretty nice.
Yeah. We've got some new stadiums here in Garden Grove, so it's always nice to see stadiums, especially stadiums, as old as, Garden Grove was in Bolsa and El Rancho, that, they get redone and kind of brought up to speed with a lot of the areas. Of course, right on the other side of the 605, you had the Whittier Union High School District get 2 fantastic stadiums. I think those are the best high school stadiums, at least in this general area at Cal and Pioneer. Just beautiful, fantastic stadiums. And finally, the Dons kind of getting theirs. I know Montebello, they got turf in Bell Gardens a few years ago. So Dons finally getting upgraded there.
Yeah, and they're just in this Wildcat formation now. I think they're content to just line up and run the ball for this last 7 minutes. We do have, again, assuming El Rancho closes this out without a miracle from the Lobos, El Rancho would be home against San Gorgonio, and they would travel to Grand Terrace. Again, that game will happen tomorrow night, Grand Terrace versus San Gorgonio. Grand Terrace won. They are in the same league, and Grand Terrace won the first matchup, I believe, 27-20.
Oh, wow.
So that's a close game. It will be a rematch. But again, El Rancho would be home against San Gorgonio, and they would be on the road against Grand Terrace.
Grand Terrace out there off of the 91 and the 215. Oh, no, on the 215 and, the 91, 215, 60 area. That's pretty far. I'm sure the Dons don't care who they play, but I'm sure they would like to have San Gorgonio pull that one out so they can stay home. Brings up 4th down here. Sorry I haven't been updating the downs here. I have to reiterate again, this was a game that I really wanted to be able to see El Rancho taking on Los Amigos. Los Amigos, a school I went to for my freshman year. El Rancho, a school a lot of my family members went to in the 80s, the 90s, and the 2010s. So it's a little bit special for me to be able to call this game. Again, my grandma lives right there on Passons. My great-grandma used to live on Passons, and my dad's mom also used to live on Passons. So definitely some ties to the area. So I was excited to be able to call this game. I always say, though, if I stayed in the area, I would rather go to Montebello. I know that's not going to get any, any cheers in the chat, but hey, that's where my dad went, so I figured.
Just trying to rile you guys up to keep some excitement here as
You
the
have
game
to.
winds down.
We have to. You got to do something here. Again, Dons, 20 league championships in their history. 3 CIF championships back in 60, 66, and 68. They're 3-3 in CIF title games. Their last title game came in 1988. They lost to Los Altos. Dons were 2-8 last year, Dave. They started the season 2-0. They beat Don Lugo and Bell Gardens before finishing the season off 0-8. So for them, that's quite a turnaround here for Coach Medrano and the Dons.
Yeah, how long, again, you got this information, I'm sure. How long has Coach Medrano been there?
I believe Coach Medrano has been there since 2017 or so, maybe 2016.
Oh, did he take over for Lopez?
No, he took over. There
one more.
was one more between him and Lopez.
Yeah, that's always good to see. Again, we like that, having teams have the chance to turn around a season that didn't go their way, obviously being 2-8, as you mentioned, and now here they are on the cusp of going to the semifinals for the first time since, I think, 2018, and like you said, the first chance to go to the finals since when?
1988.
88, yeah.
I believe Coach Medrano is an El Rancho alum, so it's always good to see guys come back to their alma maters and lead them to some good success.
Lobos have to take a timeout here. They did not have enough people on the field. That's kind of how the second half, at least, has gone for Los Amigos. And Coach Mello certainly not happy with that. And Coach Mello done a great job here with Los Amigos. Again, they've won league championship 3 years in a row now. Again, as we mentioned, first time ever in their history, they went 10-0 in a season. So he's done a great job. He's also their baseball coach on campus. He's run a great program there. Kind of running off the first league championship ever under Coach Aaron Pines. Coach Mello has taken over that and expanded on that success. But Coach Mello, again, very happy with what he's done with Los Amigos. He is not going to be done after this game, though. He's got his son plays at El Medina High School, and they are in the playoffs still. I think they're at Thousand Oaks tomorrow.
Yep.
So
And they beat Thousand Oaks earlier in the season.
they did, yeah. So Coach Mello will be taking that truck up tomorrow night to Thousand Oaks to watch his son Xavier play.
I just want to give a shout out to Galindo, to Cruz, to Ramirez.
We got another fumble. This is going to be El Rancho's ball. My goodness.
It's been fun watching those guys over the last 3 years, and we've been able to interview them, post game the last few weeks, and just very appreciative, and
Yeah.
shaking our hands and telling us how much they appreciate us. Well, we appreciate them. We appreciate all of our teams and everyone who tunes in and supports us, and that's why we're here. That's why we're here on a Thursday night and turning around early tomorrow to come back to work, but it's worth it.
Now you hear this is kind of cliche speak as, a team's going to lose and whatnot, but I can tell you in full honesty, the guys that you're talking about and their team as a whole, these are great young men here at Los Amigos, and we have really enjoyed covering them because they are great young men. They are the yes sirs type. They are excited to be here. Unfortunately, you don't see that at every program you go to, but I'm going to echo your sentiments. This group for the Lobos is a special group, and I'm proud to say that they are GGUSD products, and I know they're going to do successful things in their life all throughout. You mentioned about being alumni and coming back. I hope these guys come back and coach the Lobos at some point in the next couple years.
Definitely. We talk about how great these young men are, and, it all starts with the parents, right?
Right.
Shout out to Ms. Galindo, who's greeted us on the sideline and showed her appreciation. And, we appreciate the parents. Without them, half our audience would be gone. And we're glad that they're able to watch, these streams back and relive these memories no matter how the games have gone.
And you'll see, too, we talked about with this Lobo team also super successful, but there's also a lot of multi-sport athletes on this team. You're going to see a lot of them competing in soccer and baseball and basketball. This is really a special group of Lobos, and it's going to carry over outside of football season as well.
We haven't been able to see the backs of the El Rancho jerseys, but they do say the Ranch, a nice little nickname for El Rancho, and it's always good to see a team sporting their school name on the back of the jerseys to show everyone what it's really about. It's not about the individual, it's about the team. And
you might have to get your connections going with El Rancho and try to set up a Rancho Alamitos El Rancho game.
You know what? That would be a really good one. A really good one. I always imagine that one, kind of growing up.
So 4th down here. Phil Rancho. Again, we are just about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. Looks like they are going to let the play clock expire and take a timeout. So again, we'll see when they take it now.
Again, you've been tuned into CIF Southern Section Ford Football Division 11 Playoffs presented by GGUSD Athletics. It's been a fun night no matter what the outcome has been. We've got some fireworks at the beginning of the night. Again, follow us at GGUSD Athletics on Facebook, on X, on YouTube, and Instagram. Dave covers all of the sports, not just football. Talking about girls water polo just started up, girls basketball, girls soccer, boys soccer. I believe wrestling's starting up in the winter as well. We've got still playoff games tomorrow night. Our girls tennis playoffs just ended. Cross country you covered. Girls volleyball you've covered. I mean, every sport. He gets out there for our GGUSD teams, and he covers every program at least once, and he does a great job of doing it.
Yeah, we got a super busy time for us now. This crossover of the end of the fall season and the beginning of the winter season. As you mentioned, this week, water polo has started up. Next week, we will get into basketball, soccer, and wrestling as well as we finish out football and cross country and individual tennis. So
Don's lining up for a field goal here. Not a bad thing to do, get a little bit of practice here. Nice kick.
Left. Oh, he made it through. I thought that sailed left, but yeah, good job.
We get to use our rarely used field goal graphic.
Yeah, so again, just pure domination here for El Rancho here in the second half. Again, this was a 21-20 game at halftime, and we are looking now at a 40-20. So
we like Cal Preps and everything for all that they do, but Cal Preps did have Los Amigos, winning this game 55% of the time, and I'm sure El Rancho sees stuff like that, and it's a little bit of an edge to come out and prove the computer's wrong, and they certainly did that here tonight.
Well, we've seen a couple games throughout the southern section this year, too, where we've kind of seen what's happened here. I think Tustin is popping into my mind where you have a close game at halftime and then one team has rattled off these scores. So momentum certainly a big factor in the playoffs. If you can get that momentum with two teams that are relatively close, it goes a long way. It really does.
We've got some time here. We might as well dig deep into the CIF book here. I mean, it's so hard to repeat these days with this new playoff format. I mean, you've had Orange Vista, who won the title last year, lost in the first round. Torrance won last year. They lost in the first round. As this return, he's still on his feet. Beautiful camera work here by Vincent to get this one covered.
Yeah, Vincent, we were joking, had to pull him out of retirement, and he is still in his prime.
Vincent, a senior, is going to be his last, we thought his last official broadcast was back in week 10, but he dusted off his GGUSD Athletics shirt and joined us here tonight. And we miss Kaylin. Kaylin will be with us for one more year, and both of them have done an outstanding job all year, and they not only do the football games, but they help with the spelling bee as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and That was last night. I was going to say Battle of the Bands was last
We
night,
didn't.
right?
We didn't do Battle of the Bands next year. We got to get our communication going with our visual and performing arts department. So again, champion last year, Bell Gardens lost in the first round. St. Monica Prep, champion last year, lost in the first round. So CIF doing a good job of keeping these champions fresh. Incomplete pass there.
Yeah, a little underthrown. Good coverage there. Number 34 for El Rancho. That's Phoenix Navarro.
Doing it on offense and defense. A little bit of good sportsmanship there. You know, both of these teams start early in the summer. They start with the workouts. They start with the voluntary workouts, passing leagues. Then you get into August and you start getting things ready. It's a long grind. It's a long haul to get to here in November. Both teams should be very proud. Both fan bases should be proud that your teams have made it this far. And for El Rancho, you know, hopefully they have a few more games in them. And they kind of get that first CIF championship as Flores gets this ball and takes it to about the 49-yard line. Well, it's a long grind for these students. And, you know, again, they're students first. They're scholar athletes. So during all that time, they're doing homework. They have to get their classwork done. They got to study. These kids got to wake up tomorrow after battling out on this field for, you know, almost 2 hours, and they got to get to class at 8:30.
Yeah.
This pass is going to be complete to Flores. Taken down at about the 24-yard line. Two minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Clock running here at Michael A. Mansour Memorial Stadium on the campus of Garden Grove High School.
Yeah, going to be just about 2 minutes left here in this snap. Ramirez is going to be sacked. Looks like number 8 there, Javier Hernandez. So yeah, you had mentioned Hernandez. You have down here 100 tackles, 4 sacks. So gets another sack to add to his total.
Again, I want to shout out Fred Robledo. First time tuning into our broadcast, but we have talked about him and brought him up in our streams before. I don't want to mention last week he picked La Canada to beat Pacifica. Most of the San Gabriel Valley guys did, but you know what? We gave him that. Hey, they're going to go with the San Gabriel Valley love there.
Yeah.
San Gabriel Valley getting the edge here. 40-20. Dons bringing the hammer to the Lobos. And Fred, if you ever cover a Garden Grove Unified School District San Gabriel Valley matchup and we broadcast it, we have an open invitation for you to come into the booth and chat with us a little bit, as we had Dan Albano on a little bit earlier for the second time. Appreciate Dan for coming on.
Yeah, we could have a book it section with Fred if
Yeah,
he
there we
ever
go,
wants to
that-
join our
yep.
our broadcast. Always welcome. Again, as we mentioned, we have some great reporters here in Southern California that really just shine for high school sports, football in particular. But we got a great group of reporters that we love, do a good job. We know it's a hard job. A lot of times they take the brunt of some people that they're not getting covered, but they do the best they can. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of high schools for them to cover.
You know, of course, you've got Carlos Arias and you've got Aram. I'm not sure if Steve Ramirez is still doing his thing. You know, you got all these guys who, you know, do a great job of just covering high school sports. And it's not easy with so many schools and so many teams to cover. They really do their best to try and spread that love around.
Yeah, so we're going to end up with a 4th down here for Los Amigos. Just a minute 12 left remaining in the game.
Again, you got to credit the Lobos for, you know, not giving up here and still continuing to chug away and fight in this game. Mears lets that one go.
And that'll do it.
Incomplete.
We're going to end up with a couple knees taken here by El Rancho, and they will move on.
Again, we can't stress this enough. Great game plan by the Dons. Great way to settle in and kind of, adjust to the Lobo game plan. And they really did come out here ready to play, and they brought their A game here.
Yeah.
And for the Lobos, no reason to hang your head low. You had your best season in school history. Coach Mallow has done a very fantastic job with this program. 3 league championships in a row. The inaugural, Sigma League champions. They went 5-0. It was an outright league championship. They had to share with Rancho the last few years, and this year they made sure that Rancho wasn't going to be anywhere near the top of the standings, as they took care of them handily. And just building great things down there on New Hope. They have their on-campus games, which is always a good thing to see. And shout out to Coach Galbraith and Coach Sandro, Coach Tuatu for always being big supporters of us and welcoming us with open arms, and for going up top, of the booth in this cold weather and allowing us to have the booth. Can't say it enough. We appreciate you guys for that, and very great season. Love covering the Lobos. I joke and I say, hey, I may have gone to Rancho, but I'm definitely a Lobo homer, and we thank you all for a great season and for allowing us to get one more game under our belts for 2024. We look back to joining you guys next year, so stay tuned. Follow us again at GGUSD Athletics. We'll be back next year to bring you some more action. Got a lot of good Garden Grove Unified School District only matchups coming up next year. Los Amigos Santiago, Los Amigos Rancho and League, Los Amigos Garden Grove, La Quinta Bolsa, Bolsa Santiago, La Quinta Santiago. So we're excited. That's the final here from Mansour Stadium. El Rancho 40, Los Amigos 20. This has been the CIF Southern Section Ford Football Division 11 Playoffs, brought to you by GGUSD Athletics. David Mora here, signing off for Dave Mamali and for Vincent on camera. Kaylin supporting us from home. We thank you. We appreciate you. Until next time.